Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside this gentle world. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it. This is not Boog Nice. This is, in fact, Fobster 360 coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 189, right?
That's it.
Hell yes. Got my boys with me. Poncheesy, producer extraordinaire.
That's me.
Rick Dom, Thrift
up?
Hunter Supreme. It is, and Boog Nice will be joining us very shortly. He's getting sauced up. Emotions. We're all getting sauced up, actually, because emotions are going to run real high tonight.
He is in the middle of an electric boogaloo.
We're waiting on Boog 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yes.
Ooh, there we go.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
there's controversy, there's
Whoa.
drama, there's
Wow.
all kinds of stuff.
We got it all.
Yes, sir. Oh wait, no, that's actually just Boog. What's up?
All right. I didn't even.
My boys with me?
I didn't even realize. Hey guys.
Hey,
Classic.
we already did the intro. What's up?
All right, you did it. What's going on?
Oh, the huge, just firing up my pitchforks, getting the
Yep.
torch lit because
Part of my pitchforks. What the fuck? Why is
Yeah,
it so dark in
well.
my room? Hold on.
I'm
Damn,
just
you're in the
waiting-
fucking dark, huh, Pancho? You're in the void. What's going
Yeah, you
on
look like
there?
you're in the sunken place over there. But yes, we got a little, light, but I'm sure we'll, kind of get into it for a minute on each of the topics. But a lot going on. But first of all, how's everyone doing this week? What up?
Mhm.
All right. Love to hear it.
That's incredible.
I'm feeling great. It is still dark in my room. Whatever. I'm feeling good. I'm just chilling.
Looking good.
Thank you. I've been really busy at work this week, unfortunately. But my brain is fried. All I can think about is work. I have to go to work at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So
Damn, when does this big ass project end, Pancho?
Monday.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
It's Preacher
Can't
Con,
come soon
baby.
enough. Preacher Con, baby.
Oh, damn. Any
That's right.
exclusives?
100,000 preachers from around the world are gathering today in Charleston, South Carolina.
Monday. Wait,
Sunday.
Sunday? You
The
might
North Island Mower Show.
The biggest names in my words.
get under 10 free.
The biggest names and more.
Special guest star, Grave Digger.
I did. I do got some good news though. My camera
Oh,
is
that-
at 15 frames a second. I don't know why, but I got my Spider-Man. This thing is
Oh,
Yes.
whoa, whoa. That box is bigger than my house.
I literally can't believe how big this box is. You.
The box is
I
fucking-
literally just put mine back in the box.
What happened at the Hot Toys factory? They were like, "Hey, you know those boxes? Double it."
Yeah, double it. Double everything. Double cups.
Double the cups, double the Wonka tickets, double everything. Come
I didn't
on.
even know this thing opened up. That's pretty crazy.
Oh shit! No wonder they made it bigger because it actually opens up now. They used to like slide out and like after
That's
like
it.
the sleeve would slide out, it would like clam open.
Is that some magnetic flap technology? Fascinating.
Absolutely.
Only the best for
Yeah.
premium
Only the best for Hot
goods
Toys, baby.
from Hong Kong, baby.
You're gonna love that, man. It's a really great figure.
I messed with it a little bit before work. I don't know. The weekdays, blend together at this point. One day this week, I posted it on my story too. So, I took it out and I vanilla it, and I just put it in a museum pose, and that's it. But I do really enjoy it so far. I'm just gonna mess with it all podcasts. So. What about
That's cool.
What about y'all's week? How'd it go?
I had a pretty solid week. Just work, just normal week, honestly. Got my photos back, and those look great. Posted them today. Good feedback.
Buddy, you look like you could play any race, pal. You're looking really Steven Seagal in those pictures.
Racially ambiguous.
Yeah,
Fabio.
you could be a Eskimo, you could be Mexican, you could be white, you could be Native American. It's the best.
Dude, it's so funny you mentioned that, because remember you sent me that link for the Echoes casting, or Echo, the show casting.
Huh.
And they're looking for native looks or
Love where this
whatever,
is
right?
going.
And when I was taking my photos, the girl who took them was like, are you Native American? You actually look Native American in these. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to submit for this show now.
You have to, man. You have to. You look. You could have been on Twilight. You could have easily been one of those fucking wolves, man.
But yeah, that's been cool. That's it. Yeah, just pretty easy, not easy, but normal light week, nothing crazy to speak of, except for all this crazy toy news, I suppose.
Whoa, crazy toy.
I kind of had to eat my words a little bit this week. I mean, we'll talk about it when we get into Mezco, but literally after we got done doing the podcast on Friday, say like, it's so funny that they made the Army Builder a 1 or 2 per person limit. That's ridiculous. And then boom, we had that.
So basically what you're saying is that this Krieg release recently happened because of you.
Yeah, and the quick turnaround too, because usually I say things and it's like months away, but no, I said it and then it happened like right away.
Mr. Mez
So,
heard it and he was like, we got a
about Mezco
fucking
already?
FNC double time.
FNC double time.
We're just
do it.
referencing it, but how was your week, Boog?
Yeah, it was pretty eventful.
Wow.
Oh, anything big happened? Anything to speak of?
Well, a
The
few
pilot,
things,
great.
just a few things we're gonna get into here, but yeah, it was busy. There was a lot going on at work
I can't
and
hear anything.
A.C.B.A. work. You can't hear me?
Or is he not speaking?
He is speaking.
I can
That's
hear
all
you.
you're
I cannot hear him, so I have to leave and come back.
All right, see ya.
See,
But yeah,
good
it was a lot
riddance.
going on with work and with A.C.B.A. work, and like you said, a lot of toy news. I felt very busy. This week went by very fast. I can't believe it's already Friday. I can't believe it's butter.
Their beautiful Harlem voice.
There it is.
Hear it.
You got
There it is.
a movie called Sunset Park. You ever saw that movie?
What's that about? What are we talking?
It's a movie featuring homeboy from Onyx that was on Moesha.
Sticky
Fredro.
Fingers?
That's Sticky
Fred-
Fingers.
That's
Fredro Stars? It's Fredro
Yes,
Star?
and it's about a basketball team from Sunset Park, Queens, I think. Like a high school basketball team. I don't know. He played a character in the movie, and I think his name was Butter. I think his nickname was Butter.
Whoa, Butter.
Kevin
Oh,
from Toying Around.
Butter Nation
Butter
himself?
Baron, Butter Nash.
and there was this one scene where he was like, I don't know, he was like failing or something, and he was talking to his teacher, and he was just like, yo, like, I'm stupid, or I feel stupid, or something like that. And the teacher was like, you're not stupid, Butter. Just the funniest thing that always sticks out in my mind. I don't know why. All right, that was random. But yeah. You're not stupid, Butter.
Nothing like some butter trivia.
Yeah.
Start off the podcast.
Okay, so we're jumping into topics, yes?
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
let's do
a
it.
crazy list, but
Let's not beat around
gotta
the
dig-
bush.
well said.
Today's topics are Mezco. I threw RoboForce in here because that's
Yes.
Oh baby, little
Goodness.
D of honor.
well, that's it.
The living weapon.
Living weapon.
Whoa, we're talking Hulk. We're talking Hulk book. Oh my god.
Oh, you got the new one.
RoboForce. Oh, sorry. And then we got some miscellaneous. We'll do some community highlights too. And then this little indie company, great startup, HasBRUH. I had some news this
Indie
week.
darling.
Indie
Two
darling.
They
indie
are the
Exactly.
news this
Two
week,
indie
really.
companies that are getting flamed right now. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're called Bandai and Hasbro.
That's right. I forgot to put SHF on here. God damn.
Ah.
But yeah,
Oh my God.
the theme, we talked about it privately, but everybody's catching a fade tonight. Everybody's getting raked over the coals tonight. No one is safe, baby.
Oh, legends, get me sight beyond sight.
All right,
Hey,
cool.
that's a good looking Hulk, though.
It's a very, very solid figure. It's nice. I like it. Bye.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we can get into some Hasbro first because they really are. They've dominated discourse.
He said Mezco first. What are you doing?
Oh no,
That's it?
that was just for theatrics only.
Oh, okay, all right.
But hey,
Wait,
you know
sorry.
what, Fabio? If you want to roll out the red carpet for Mezco, look to the skies.
How about
That's
the
what you
only
wanna
ones
do?
who did something good this week?
Says you.
I know a few people on a few pages that weren't so happy.
Yeah, we got some screenshots from the boards
I
that we
I
want to
don't
read.
even really know what happened with this whole Mezco thing. I didn't even look at their site when this shit went up for pre-order. So anyway, explain
Well,
everything.
I guess we can start by taking a look at Mezco's social media because they had the social media influencer rollout the day before. This was on the 19th. Yes.
Yeah,
first of all,
I was also confused about that too.
Yeah.
I'm something's wrong. Is it me?
that's me.
Is it me, Lord?
Is it me, Lord?
So on the 19th, Mezco put up a post saying an Assault on Krieg 13 Squadron Builder set would be available for $20
Whoa.
if you got them.
Hold on. They use the term squadron. That's bigger than just, like an army. A squadron is bigger than an army, right?
I think a squadron is smaller than an army.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, like a squadron makes sense for like 5. It's like when you say a couple, obviously means 2, but a few could be like 3 or more.
Here we
Got
go.
it.
Webster's Dictionary's #1 podcast.
Several,
right here.
I would say several is probably over 5.
All right.
What about
Okay,
a gaggle?
So hold on.
A gaggle, you're talking 10.
You're talking geese. So the social media influencer people, I feel like I saw Mr. Lee and Omega Red. Yes?
Yep. Along with Jason B. Michael and Figure Fan Nate, who's one of the Mezco Discord OGs.
That's
So
cool.
that's good.
Okay.
That, they did their outreach. They got a set of these in hand to help them with the rollout. And people weren't really sure what to expect with it. We had basically 24 hours notice that this was coming. And exactly a week after that Murder Hornet Krieg, which I had only gotten one of because I'm like, well, the other 2 were exclusives. One of them was an Asia Goal exclusive. The Blood Force was an Asia Goal exclusive. So I had kind of resigned myself to being like, no, I'm only getting one of each because it's just not financially feasible to try to backtrack and get the single packs of the overseas exclusive and the one per person domestic exclusive and the Pale Driver.
Way to
so-
show restraint. I love it.
We gotta draw the line somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then a leaked picture came out of the pack,
We got leaks.
and it was clearly that it was a clear 2-pack of the red and the white, meaning that the previously 1 or 2 per person exclusives were now being sold together. And when they went up on 420, they
That's
were
it.
150.
Not the only
150.
thing going up on 420. Am I right?
Hold on. Backtrack a little bit because the pictures that I saw were like multiples of all the colors and stuff, right? Whose picture is that?
Stream? Click into it.
Huh?
Click into the stream here.
No, I'm looking at the picture. Whose picture is that?
So this one is Omega Reds, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, but are we looking at actual, I don't know, 10 figures there that he actually shot, or is this some
Yeah.
Photoshop shit?
So some of them are photoshopped. I think Mr. Lee is a little more obvious because he's just kind of like they're all the same, you know. But that's his thing too. So that's fine. Maybe I think he's overseas, so maybe they just couldn't get him a pack in time or something. But yeah, all of our domestic toy photographers did in fact have like full setups of all of them. Each
I
with
wonder
like,
if they actually sent them that many Krieg, or if they went somewhere close
no, it
by.
sounded like they got sent them. Yeah. So they were essentially sent. I think maybe if they had one of each already from the single packs, they probably got sent 4 sets or whatever to kind of complete the squad.
Interesting. Okay.
Hold on, can I
along
say
with
something
maybe
real quick?
the Murder Hornets.
Yes.
This scorpion tail. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This cannot wait. This scorpion tail that comes with this Spider-Man Hot
money,
Toys
right?
is the best fucking bendy wire thing I've ever handled in my entire life.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It is
You would know.
unbelievable. This is literally technology from the year 3000. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, continue.
Could you imagine if the entire scorpion figure was attached to that? That would be...
my god. I cannot believe this. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
No, all good. I'm sharing in your excitement. I love it. So yes, social media, photographers got their pictures up to help with the announcement. And then the next day on 420, blaze it went up. Well, you know what? I should say, even though 420 is gone, today is 422. Which means it's 420 as well.
Oh my god. You remember the year that 420 landed on Easter? Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
That was
green painted eggs everywhere. And
was like
that is the go ahead for anyone in the audience to go ahead and cheeb it up. We're all cheebing over here. Getting our cheeb on, right? So just based on these pictures, people were like, what? They're dropping like all of them as like one big pack, like the entire army, all 13 of the Krieg in one set. How much is that going to cost? That's going to be ridiculous. But then a leaked picture came out that was just a picture of the box. Origin unknown. I'm not purposely omitting credit. I truly do not know where the picture came from. I don't think anyone does. But it was a picture of the box, and it was, what we saw in the reviews. It was a 2-pack of the red and the white, which again were previously, overseas or domestic 1 per person exclusives, now bundled together. So it is now more financially feasible to have a complete army, because while they retailed for 95 individually originally, they're 75 each in the set for 150 for both. So not bad.
Let's clear some stuff up. So is there any physical difference between the Kriegs you get here and if you were to get the overseas exclusives?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Talk about it.
1-to-1 re-release. The only real difference is the box and the way that they're packed and stuff. Different SKU.
Okay, so how do you feel?
I'm game. Are you kidding me? I want the full army, but it wasn't financially possible, or it would be ridiculous to do so, because again, you'd have to go aftermarket to get an extra 4 of each.
Very true.
I'm thankful I even got the one Blood Force. Someone who had family in Hong Kong got an extra ship to them, and they sold it to me for retail plus shipping. So even then, I paid like $130 for the regular red Krieg from Asia Gold.
Yeah, I remember on this very
explain
show.
It to me again. What were the colors in the pack again? I'm really confused about this.
It's the red and the white, the Blood Force and the Pale Drivers.
Okay, that was part of the 2-pack, right?
Yep.
And that's what it was across the board. There was no variation between that, right?
No, the Murder Hornets released last week, and those were a limit of 2, but that is like accurate to the squad. It's a squad of 2 Murder Hornets, 1 Black Krieg, and then 5 of the other 2 colors, like this.
Says who? That's Mezco telling you that's the
yeah. Hang on, I'll pull out the comic once again. Let me get the reference material.
No.
Hang on, that's right here. It's okay. You don't even got to ask twice.
Okay, so you would get the red and the white in the pack, and you were allowed how many 2-packs? What was the limit on that?
Limit of 5 per person. So right here, you got your army in a go.
Okay, hold on. That is and what? How far back did this comic come out?
This came out with the Krieg 13, so technically like the second release because the Asia Gold Blood Force was first, but only by like a couple of weeks or something.
You know,
So
you
if
gotta
actually-
you gotta give them credit, Boog. They establish it pretty early on.
Right, real early. So if you actually wanted to build your army to Mezco's model, then you had to do the limit of 5 2-packs, which would give you the 10 white and red soldiers, right? 5 red,
Right.
5 white, right? And that
And
would
in my case, since I have the one of each from the first releases, I only need 4.
oh,
Wow.
Lucky
all
me.
right. So,
Lucky you, exactly.
so that would only cost you what was it, 150 per 2-pack?
Yeah, so 600.
Oh, $600. All right, let's
Better than 1,000 or whatever if you're talking
listen,
aftermarket.
listen, the little my little math people gif is going off in my head right now. I just wanna highlight that. 600, that would have been $600 for you. If there was anybody that was interested in starting their army at this time, then that would have been an additional 150, so 750, right?
Right.
Well,
Continue.
go ahead.
So yes, these did go up on Wednesday. They lasted for a few hours. At the limit of 5, I'm sure anyone liquid enough, especially if you're only a Mezco collector and you're waiting on all the stuff on pre-order. Obviously, there's been quite a few gaps in releases, so maybe your trigger finger on your wallet is a little itchy, looking for something to fill the gaps. I only bought my 1 set, but I got my local plug. I know he got the limit, and he's going to hold a few sets for me. So throughout, the next few months or whatever, I'll pick them up one at a time from him as I'm able or whatever. Not shell out the full $600 all at once.
Well, so
And
It's a
that's
very
I'm only
expensive
thinking of that because
hardware.
now it's like, oh, that's better than obviously having to go after marketing, like get them individually.
So speaking of price, like I know the joke is like it's mad expensive to army build these, but in like a surprising turn, these are way cheaper than they would have been individually.
Real Todd McFarlane move right here.
Absolutely. This is quite honestly some of the best value you'll get for your plus.
Yeah.
What was that?
But it wasn't only that, though. Wasn't there some issue with the fact that people felt slighted that they thought they were getting like some ultra exclusive,
That is
originally,
true.
and now this has pretty much dropped the value of that original, the Asia exclusive or whatever it was.
So it just depends on like how truly unstable the Mezco community is. I'll speak from experience. I am deep in the Dragon Ball SHF community, and
Very deep.
those are that is an unhinged group of individuals. And when we were talking about it privately, so to set the stage, like Boog said earlier, a lot of people who took the extra means to get the Asia exclusive and paid like crazy aftermarket, now they feel a little bit slighted, like taken advantage of, because they wanted to be like a true Mezco supporter and whatnot and collect the full line, but now they're just re-releasing it anyway. A similar thing happened in the Dragon Ball SHF community. There was a Tamashii event held in Mexico for the first time. The first time it was ever held there, they released a special Goku figure there. It was the Tamashii Mexico Galleria Goku exclusive, something along those lines. But that was the same year as San Diego Comic-Con 2015. And the Goku, those two Gokus, there was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive too. And those two Gokus are exactly the same. The Mexican Goku and the SCC 2015 Goku are the exact same figure. Like, every accessory is exactly the same. The figure, the paint apps, everything is exactly the same, except the Mexican version of it that was given out or that was sold at that event had a different box. And even though that Goku was re-released later that year, the value of that Mexican exclusive Goku is exorbitantly way more than the SEC version. So like the reason I'm saying this whole story and going on this whole spiel is like, depending on like how you view it, your Asia exclusive Krieg doesn't lose any value at all. That is like an exclusive box. It is an official product from an official event that is even more rare now, because now there's more of these red Kriegs out in the wild, but like there's less of the exclusive, box variant that you have right now. Again, this. Let's be real. This is all mental gymnastics and whatever to justify that you spent mad money on a box, right? But like, that should, I don't know. Like, I see people bugging out about it in the Mezco community, but you have like the version you have is like even more rare now. But on the other hand, I could see like I spent $200 for this, and then I could have just waited. That sucks too. But it's whatever. What do you think, Fabio?
Dude, the day of the drop, there was somebody in the Mezco group who was trying to offload. They had like 3 of the Blood Force Krieg, and they were trying to, offload them, but like right before the drop, and knowing the drop was coming, but we don't know the price necessarily yet. Mm-hmm. People were not going to buy that right away, right before it dropped. He wanted like 165 each for the Blood Force.
Oh my God.
Like singles, right? And then this comes out for 150, and the dude, obviously, he's got to tank the prices on that. I think I saw him earlier today selling him for like less than 100 each. Like,
oh my gosh. Well, like, I mean, honestly, the smart
stupid,
move,
like 60, like something dumb. He was just kind of like out pissed, But I do want to read this comment that we shared into the chat, because I think it kind of shares the overall. I won't put it up, so we won't put their name up, but I'll just read it.
Yeah, just read it.
Because it does share the sentiment where people are looking at this pretty negatively. And he says, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty upset. To clarify, I'm not hitting on the new collectors or those of you that passed the first time coming up on these figures. By all means, get yours. I just hope you understand where I'm coming from. I'm upset because I spent more than the price of this set on the Asia exclusive Blood Krieg alone, thinking I was adding an event exclusive piece to my Mezco collection. Also bought Pale Drivers, so that adds to my financial frustration. My collection is an out-of-box one, so the box being unique means little to me. Me being a loyal Mezco collector. Me trying to not have holes in my collection. So much for that. I could have saved big-time bucks by waiting, but instead, I scraped together some of my hard-earned cash in order to secure these items. This release is a slap to the face to me. At least Mezco could have added some exclusive item or paint decals or details to this new set to justify me purchasing the figures again while keeping my previous purchase Krieg alone. Nope. No thought was given to those trying to have the complete line. It feels like they just slapped together their overstock and unloaded it onto the website. This definitely leaves me feeling some kind of way about future exclusives. Okay, I get that. But like you're saying, Poncho, it's still, it doesn't, personally to me, as the most hardcore Mezco collector on this or any podcast, I'm saying,
line in the sand.
I knew where to draw the line as far as like, okay, the canon says per the comic that I need to have, 5 of this and 5 of that and 2 of this and 1 of that to be like the accurate army, right? There comes a point, even as hardcore as I am, where I'm like, that's just not financially feasible for me. 1 of each is going to have to do. So I have 1 of each of like, at least the unique figures, right? But this new release doesn't take away anything from the single ones that I bought, because those are still part of the army, They're still, it just makes it a lot easier for me to, double dip now and go back and actually be financially feasible to have the complete army. Now it's got me going back and being like, damn, I got to get a second Blood Hornet now too on top of this. So it's honestly, it's a good thing, because it's, I still have the single card exclusives. Those still have their own value, whatever, but it makes it easier also for new collectors and also for people trying to complete the army to go ahead and jump in on these at a more, I don't know, feasible price, and not have to chase aftermarket on it.
So I can see for your case,
it wasn't a possibility before. The way I'm looking at it is, it wasn't a possibility for me before to have the complete army. I was resigning myself to 1 of each. With this, now suddenly it opens up the possibility. I wasn't looking to before, but I am now. And I think that's kind of the positive way to look at it.
Well, I mean, I'm not you can look at anything positively.
Say again?
I said you can look at anything positively. I would say for your situation specifically, I get it for you, but the passage you read from that guy, it seems like he's just trying to 100% the line. He's not interested in army building or anything like that. So for somebody in his case where he thought that if he didn't go out of his way to find a way to get this this third part, like this event exclusive from overseas by any means possible, he would forever have a hole in his collection. And in that situation, I definitely do feel for that guy 100%.
But that's looking at it as if this, yeah, you paid, more because of the overseas shipping and all that stuff for this first Blood Krieg, essentially the price of this 2-pack for the one figure. But if you're just trying to like 100% the line, like you said, and get one of each, then you're still saving money because you don't have to spend another 150 on more of these, or you don't have to spend another 600 for another 4 of these.
That
truly 100%ing the line would be, having the full army, wouldn't it?
That is some Olympic level mental gymnastics, and I cannot help but applaud that level.
What? How?
No, that's not a slight. I'm just saying, like, the way you spun that to where this guy should be lucky because he's not having to spend money now. I mean, he spent money before, but he's saving $150 now. I mean, that sounds like a win-win to me. Oh, like, I am truly impressed.
It's the same thing, and we'll talk about it with HasBRUH too, because obviously their price creep is a real thing too. And I look at anything that I skip in favor of saving that money for something I truly want from Mezco. Every $40 I save not buying a McFarlane big figure, I'm saving $40, right? That's my mental gymnastics. Like, I'm not putting the $40 down for this because then I'll put that $40 towards something else.
I will say, like, it just really depends how you view it. Like, those that are mad and upset, I can totally see that. But, like, there are different ways to view it. Like what I was explaining earlier. Like, it's not like you have a hole in your collection anymore. It's not like this event exclusive Red Krieg you have just means nothing now. Like, it's just, that's the release of it. If you want to get into true degeneracy, once again, look to the SHF Dragon Ball community, where they separate, like, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive and the Tamashii Tour exclusive. The exact same figure, the exact same box.
Different SKU.
Stop. The exact same figure, the exact same box, same barcode, same SKU on the back, except it has one new sticker that says Tamashii Tour on it.
Okay. And I am one of those degenerates.
That is
and
insane.
I'm still not mad about that. Okay, because think about this. There's 2 versions of the Agent Gomez, the first Agent Gomez too. There's the Toy Fair version, and then there's the comic book version that came out after.
Okay.
I, as a completist trying to 100% the line in some way, shape, or form, I still need to get the Toy Fair Agent Gomez, even though it's exactly the same as the one I already have that came with the comic.
Unbelievable.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So it's unbelievable.
It's a different box. Yeah, it's in like the regular black box instead of like the taller comic book, size box, so it can fit in there. They're different releases, So to me, even if I were only getting, and so far I am only getting one of these sets, in my box display here, it is a different box. It is a different new thing to display, even though the figure inside is the same.
To their credit, like, God, I sound like such a fucking dick. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't fucking buy these guys. I didn't buy that exclusive one. Like, don't get me fucking wrong here. But, like, nobody tell anybody to pay resale for these guys. Like, Mezco never asked anybody to do that. And there's many collectors who can't fathom, like, spending what the exclusives go for. And this is just a nice thing to do for new collectors. What if there's somebody that just started this year and never had the option of, like, trying to get this guy from China, or they can't budget having to spend the exclusive amount? Like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, it sucks that you spent money, man, and that now this happened, but, like, do think about your fellow collector, because this is definitely not screwing over anybody who A, didn't have the money, or B, wasn't around to collect it at the time.
Well, he does mention that. He does mention that he has no issues with, like, new collectors or whatever. It's just his personal story. It does fucking suck, man. It's a raw deal.
It's shitty, man. No doubt about it. But it definitely, I don't believe this was intentional.
Oh, really? Wow, you really
I
like
don't, I
it
don't,
when
I
Ken
don't
Hats
think,
on?
I don't
Yeah.
think that Mr. Mez was in the room and was like, you know what
Well,
we should
I
do?
mean,
Fuck over Americans that paid up for that Chinese exclusive.
well, I don't know that. I don't know that the conversation goes like that, but it does seem like there is. I keep saying this all the time. There is some struggle to be profitable and stay profitable, and I don't know. It seems a little contrived, maybe. I don't know if that's even the word that I'm looking for. Like, where's all the other shit? Like, why do they keep rehashing their in-house shit? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't know.
And the
I
answer
don't
is
know how I
simple.
feel about it.
It sells, and I mean, I don't know. It
Oh,
makes some money.
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. How long was the pre-order open for, or the order? I guess it was a pre-order. How
Maybe
long
like
was it?
2 or 3 hours
2 or 3 hours, you said?
before it went to waitlist. Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right.
So it did last a while, and I said this when we were talking about the Murder Hornets last week, and maybe I don't know what I'm talking about as far as like sales numbers, but if I'm looking at how collectors and people in the groups and Mezco traders or whatever, like traders, like Trader Joe, not Benedict Arnold's.
Traitor.
The Krieg don't historically, of all the Rumble Society characters, seem to be kind of the least popular. They're not the most desired. They're not the most sought after of a lot of the Rumble Society stuff. So it makes sense to put them out as an army builder and maybe recoup those losses, maybe repackage overstock that they might have had, or maybe it's just a cheaper second production run and putting it in a second package, in a new package, makes it again more attractive to someone like me who may already have the original releases. Or if you're happy with the original releases and you see this as a cash grab, then your cash is safe because you can easily skip this and put that 150 towards something else.
All right. You said that these don't really move that well, though, right? The articulation is not the greatest, correct?
They're like, the articulation's good. They're obviously they have like the armor pieces and stuff. My main gripe with these, and I had said this in like one of my streams and like a year-end recap, talking about the Krieg in general, is I feel like they just kind of needed a little more time in the oven to like really perfect the concept, because I think the weakest part of these dudes is the hands. Like they really struggle to hold some of their accessories. So and the fact that it comes with like their pose like this, with a right trigger finger and stuff in a few of the photos and like the art or whatever, but they only have a left trigger hand. So all these dudes are lefties.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah. So there's only the left trigger hand, which you see right here. There's no
I
right
wonder
trigger.
what the science behind that was, and why didn't they update that with this release? This would have been the time for
100% something I would have liked to see too, as far as, and that would have made it an all new, better release that maybe would have eased a lot of those complaints or whatever.
Let's
and if
not
we
get
were
too
going
ahead
to
of
put it back
ourselves.
in the
We're not
oven
on
for
here.
that extra crisp, like the guy who invented toast.
You
Extra
definitely
crisp.
you definitely reaching with that all new.
Well,
tag
that
on.
slight upgrade that people,
Sure.
would justify as enough to go ahead and get this
I can
instead of the
definitely see it.
original. It's
That
like
seems like
how people are telling me in the chat right now, the comic Agent Gomez is clearly the better one to get. It came with the board. It came with more accessories. It came with the scarf. It came with a ton more stuff that the original Toy Fair one didn't come with. But as like a SKU completist, essentially, they're two different releases to me. I'm a psycho, but they're different releases enough that I could display one with the jacket, one without the jacket, and boom, they're different on my shelf. Whatever.
that's true. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as army builders go, this is quite ridiculous in my book. I mean, the point of an army builder is for you to build up your army in a very frugal way. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. People,
I mean, to that credit, yes, because they're 75 each instead of 95 individually.
I will say, like, this is a better way to army build these versus what your options were before, at the very least. Because it is $20 off, right? 20, 30. No, 20.
This is probably like, obviously Fabio can correct me because I don't have like the mental capacity to know everything about Mezco because I just follow too many shit. But is this not the best deal they've ever done on a 112? Like themselves, that wasn't a sale, that like wasn't
Yeah.
Like-
There was no like code or anything like that, but I think
No.
last time we saw like a army builder, set like this at 75 apiece was the Pink Skulls, because that was a 225 set.
And
it's three
the
of
amount that thing goes for now is fucking unreal.
Right. So a lot of people are, hoping this opens up doors for something like that, as far as a, skull army builder sort of set. I think when the ninjas came out, they were like the gold skull ninjas, maybe like 85 or something. And even at that price, I was like, oh, no question, you got to get two, at least.
You know that these guys over at Mezco is rubbing their hands like Birdman for the opportunity to do that, to re-release and capitalize, and that's gonna happen at some point. As far as the Pink Skulls, I mean,
yeah, that's
that was gonna happen some months back, but it did.
Before we move on, real quick, let's hit up some super chats real quick. One of them does pertain to the topic.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Real quick at the top of the show, Blake Kwame hit us with $5 saying, "What's up, fellas? What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
Blake Kwame, baby.
In the mix. Not a super
Yeah,
chat,
heard.
but longtime friend of the show, Sonic Rockman X, commented, "Hey, what's up, everybody? Wanted to stop by and say hi. Glad Poncho feels better. Boog is safe. Fabio's messing out, and Rick is thrifting out. I'll enjoy this on the replay. Gotta go sleep and work." Hell yeah, man.
What a guy.
Great.
What an absolute
Thank you,
legend.
dude.
That's a long time friend of the podcast.
Long time, first time, long time.
First time, long time.
Kevin Johnson hit us with 5. He said, "Props to the squad. We'll catch it on the replay." Thank you, man.
Hey,
Evan
what's up,
Johnson,
KJ?
what an
Thanks, dude.
absolute legend.
And then Hater Herder hit us with $5 pertaining to Mezco. He said, "That guy you read from said he didn't want holes in his collection. Did he have them all? Because if you don't have them all, then you have a hole." Interesting. I think what he is saying, I think what he's saying is what we've been saying. Like, look, it sucks, but look on the bright side. Like, this is just another percentage up for completing the whole line, If just depending on what level of delusion you're currently at right now, whether you're a physical completist or if you're if you're a box art completist, skew completist. Oh my god, a lot. It's crazy. Fat Man hit us with 5 as well, but it's a super chat pertaining to it's all over the place. So let's go. I was gonna save it for Legends, but he said new Legends look sick. Pre-order most of them. New Figure Arts Kamen Rider, Espada, Arabian Night looks really rad too. I'm still waiting for Mr. Freeze Mezco as well.
Oh man,
As we all are.
dude. My friend Noah, I saw him on Reddit, and he commented like, when the pre-order for Mr. Freeze went up, that was what was his first exposure to Mezco. So he pre-ordered that, and then he backtracked and got every Batman release since: the Black Mass 2-pack, the Harley Quinn, the 2 Jokers, non-punk Joker basically, Two-Face, and everything, KG Beast, everything that is Mezco Batman related, he's got it. And he still doesn't have Mr. Freeze in that time.
Damn.
So now he's like, damn it, it might be just time to cut and run.
That's right.
Which, fair.
It's true. Do what you gotta do.
You
All right.
know?
Okay.
I mean, that's where I'm at with most things. If a company just isn't doing something that works for me, then I just don't fuck with them. And this, in general, re-releasing what was supposed to be an army builder but was previously limited to either overseas or 1 per person exclusives.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. This makes it financially feasible again for me to actually try and army build this. Same with the what are they called? The Nautilus crew set. Yeah, I got my 1 on pre-order, but I'm still gonna go back and get a second set so I can have the full 4 crew. Got to,
baby.
It's hard to judge your own children, huh? It's
Well, for me, the value is in all of them together. Yeah, the individual figures, I don't know. It's all worth a lot more than the sum of its parts to me. Having
and that's really what it's all about.
that
Like,
complete.
to you.
Yeah, that's what works for me. I'm not buying anything else, so I'm cool waiting for when the stuff I actually want hits and being able to get multiple of them because my money's not tied up in 3 other lines.
Well, now all you got to do is really force your opinion onto those that anybody that'll listen. Basically, I mean that's
Yeah.
what you're
That's
gonna
why
do.
everyone should go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Fobster360. Check out my streams when they come back for season 2, and we can play mental gymnastics together. I will pull out the horse. I will do the flips or whatever it's called on the gymnastics horse. Pull out the balance beam. Do it all, baby.
Full circle for becoming a cultist of Mezco.
But it's true. But I'll argue that it's true for every line now because everything's getting more expensive, I think. And we'll talk about it with Legends. Yeah, I mean,
What a great lead-in.
Long and short of it is, yes, Legends are getting more expensive, but it's not too bad if it's the only thing you collect. If you're not out here buying 4 other lines, then you're less affected by the price increase because you're not trying to use that money for something else. You're putting it into the line that you have the most sunk cost into already.
All right, we caught up to speed on Mezco's 2 figures that came out. Let's move on.
What? One more. Repeat DC. Hit us with $5.
Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you so
DC,
much,
baby.
Repeat. He said, got those Mezco guns and they're looking nice. Also, hope y'all are doing well. Much love. Thank you, my friend.
Which
Hell yeah.
one's
you.
the-
As well, sir.
It's
Local
one of those packs.
Yeah, the Double Trouble. Still in stock.
stock. Still in stock, ready to ship.
Let's go. Beep, 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 beep. All right.
What's
Christopher
next?
Miller hits us with a correction. Pommel horse is what they're
Yeah.
called.
It's a pommel horse. Yes,
Pommel,
thank you.
whatever. English isn't my first language. I don't even remember how
Mine
to
either.
speak my first language, so I'm all fucked up. So it is what it is. All right, cool. Let's
All right.
Cuckoo. All right. What's next?
let's head right into Legends, baby. Or do you wanna knock out RoboForce real quick and then save Legends for last, I guess?
I'm pulling up Instagram and it's the first thing up. So let's
talk.
go ahead.
Hey, let's talk about it.
Yeah. From
I
the
have
company.
no clue what's going on with this.
No. So from the company that brought you the toys that made us, the Nacelle company, they are getting into the toy game themselves. They are becoming toy makers. They went, scooped up a few different licenses, and as they freely admitted, RoboForce, pretty darn cheap.
They sure did. Yeah.
Pretty darn cheap to get that RoboForce license. And this was a line like from the 80s, something. Let me see if I can find them. They have Sectors now too. What
was that? Rihanna? Who was
Might
that?
have been. Oh no.
Is that
No.
She's not pregnant. It ain't
No.
her.
No, up a little
That was
bit. Up a
Lucille
little.
Ball.
No, up a little bit. You're going down.
You missed them. They're up there. Just go.
It was a pregnant woman. I don't know. I just saw it quickly. It's not that late.
Up. Let's go up more. That's not Rihanna.
There we go.
I like her her inverse houndstooth maternity dress.
Hell yeah.
She's got a fucking a domino mask too.
Oh yeah, pretty cool.
Go up some more. It's on the right. Right there.
This one here?
RoboForce.
Okay, so this is the OG RoboForce. They were these, suction cup footed robots from the 80s. There's all these types of them. Yeah,
Good.
This one was called Max Steel, I suppose, and there's a few other different ones, but yeah, they were, semi-popular line for the time, but they're getting that new HD remake. That was then. This is now.
Wow.
Pre-sale is April 22nd.
Too late.
They got legs now. And there was even some controversy because I guess people were like freaking out because how can you bring back RoboForce and there's no suction cups on the feet? Literally unpurchasable, uncollectible.
Wow. Hit him with the iPhone edit right there with the arrows.
So much so that the company's founder, Brian Volk-Weiss, had to put out a statement saying, I am here to address some false and baseless accusations from the toy collecting community. We did not forget to add suction cups to our RoboForce figure.
God.
Sorry, but people were saying, frankly, defamatory comments saying things like, sorry, but if no suction cups, it's not RoboForce. I'm here to tell you, not only will there be suction cups, there will be 2 this time. I leave you with a quote from the French philosopher Michel de Montaigne. Valor is stability, not of legs and arms, but of courage and the soul.
Ooh.
Beautifully put. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Do Do we think that this is complete bullshit and they did forget and then they just changed it at the last minute?
No. He's just playing up I think in this original statement too, he's even like, first they say JFK was killed by one dude with a BB gun. Then they said O.J.
Incredible.
Simpson. He goes into they said O.J. Simpson didn't land on the moon. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that we remove the suction cups from the RoboForce line.
I mean, yeah, he's really leaning into it, and there was, obviously a huge air of sarcasm in that first one that you read, but I was just, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So here is, a few of the promo images. I guess I'll pull up the page.
Well, all of this to say, we did talk about this a couple of weeks back when they formally announced it, but the reason we're bringing it up is pre-orders start tomorrow.
Today, actually.
Oh, shit!
Yep, here they are.
Check 'em out,
Let's
Jace.
check them out.
And they're cheap. They're like $60, isn't it?
Yeah, they were like,
is Dave Vonner connected to this in any way?
Yeah, he's actually in one of these videos here. He's artist and toy designer on the line. Yes.
Really? Okay.
I mean, you gotta. He's a legend, And again, living weapon.
True.
This is a man that you do not want to fudge with.
Unfudge withable.
Yes.
The guy
here's
doesn't age.
a look at some of the prototypes.
You really want to fuck with him?
And they make that clear in this video because they go ahead and pop those shirts off to make sure that everybody's aware of how
Sure
unfudge withable he is.
They sure do.
Don't tell me that someone removed their shirt in this video.
What if I told you it was two men?
No.
Boog, don't be ridiculous. One man does not take off his shirt in this video. Two do.
Look, they said RoboForce historically best legs in the toy business, but who's got the best abs? The living weapon, Dave Vonner.
Oh my god, he said. Oh my god, there he goes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No!
Damn.
The puppies.
All right.
That
We're
is.
washing clothes.
That doesn't sell
on
some
David
toys. I don't know what
Vonner's
will.
abs.
I don't know what will either.
So yes, RoboForce Wave 1 is up for pre-order now, along with some kind of vintage. Oh, it's a bundle. Cool. Little t-shirt bundle. Wow, I love me some bundles. Let's check that out.
There's no one that loves a t-shirt bundle like Fabio. I'll tell you.
Nobody.
Not even me, baby.
So I guess this wrecker also comes with a flower bouquet. Here's a little turnaround ski of him.
Wow. Hey, that just shows he's got a little bit of a heart. He's a nice guy.
That's right.
He's like one of those internet nice guys.
That's true. Yeah.
Girls don't want him. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Girls
They didn't-
don't want him. So stupid.
They'd rather have that jerk with a sweet leather jacket and long hair, from those photos we all talked about.
Guy is definitely
he
running
shows up-
running a RC
shows up
fan
He
page.
shows up picking her up in the fucking little red Corvette. I'm here at home with my Hot Wheels.
So
All right. So what's
obviously,
the,
this is
what's
its
the
own
price point on
thing.
these things?
They're $50 each. So not bad,
Pretty-
honestly.
pretty
I
bad.
like the designs of them. I like, kind of the tubing and all that stuff. They're obviously way more modernized. They're not kind of that blocky design from before, where it counts. And I think these are really cool, honestly, from like a designer toy standpoint, updating, HD remakes of those old toy lines. I think this is like really dope. And I'd like to see, I think I said it before on here, but like see like 1950s Superman fighting one of these robots,
Oh, that'd be cool.
No, although it's not a toy line that was purchased, it's a license itself. This reminds me a lot of what happened with Randy. And when he went to Disney and was like, "Hey, can I have the Gargoyles license?" And they were like, "You want the Gargoyles license? Yeah, buddy, go crazy.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, take it." And I'm assuming the same thing happened here. They reached out to the guy, and the guy was like, "You want the RoboForce license? Yeah, man, go for it."
Sure. I'm using the paperwork to prop up this table in my guest bedroom. But sure.
These are selling from their own the Toys That Made Us website, or there's a website specifically for RoboForce?
It's the production company of Toys That Made Us website, nacelstore.com.
Yeah, it's the parent company.
Got it.
Or I guess
Yeah.
whatever.
And they've produced a bunch of shows. They're like a pretty, they're up and coming production company. I think they're based out of Burbank here. They're looking for some production positions.
I mean, honestly, it makes perfect sense. You made all of these shows about toys and nostalgia in the 80s and different shit. It would make sense for you to get in a toy game in some form of fashion. So it's on brand. I'm with it.
And it's not that, they just have David Vonner there to flex up. David Vonner, I think is doing a podcast with Nacelle that they produce called For the Culture.
Very
I think
true.
Adam Van Wickler is somehow involved in that. Every time I talk to him and I'm like, yo, when's that podcast coming out? He's like, I'd like to know too. So I don't know what's up with that. The whole For the Culture thing that David Vonner is always on about is related to the podcast at Nacelle. So they've got a bunch of shows, man. They're again a pretty.
I wonder what
big company now.
I wonder what the holdup is with that. Like, it's mad easy to just record a podcast and put it out right now. I wonder what the red tape is about.
Look at us.
Yeah, not sure.
Who would have thought, huh? Look at us.
I wonder what that's about. Okay, that's enough time on Robo Force. Nice.
Let's talk about that Gohan real quick. If you want to go to Instamashi's Instagram.
Yeah, I think I will.
Let's talk about that real quick, and we'll get into the real meat and potatoes of tonight's show.
You know what's
Woof.
great about this post is that there's other Gohans next to him. You can compare. Look at that. Right there, right next to him.
It's
Right
crazy.
there.
This is
Oh my
man, this is wild.
Yeah, they
So
fucked up a shot, bro. Damn.
yeah, they really fucked
What
this
a
one up,
six
huh?
head.
What the fuck happened? I just want to understand what happened. This is not how the sample looked, and I get it. It's not always exactly the same. This is like, what the fuck, man? Somebody hit the shrink button on
Yeah.
the template for the face? Like, what the fuck happened?
Gohan said, "I had hopes and dreams of being a scholar and meant it." God damn, this fucking head is huge.
The more you look at it and think about the gap between the eyebrows and the top of the face plate,
Yeah.
the more ridiculous this is.
It's crazy.
Fuck.
It's like the mold. It's like his hair is just sitting too high. If it was down like even a quarter of an inch, I think it'd be fine. But like,
You know what he looks like?
fuck
Like an
up.
old lady whose like wig is like not on properly and shit.
Oh, you know who this looks like? You're gonna lose your mind when you see it. This looks like Krillin is wearing a wig. Like this
Like who?
is. He looks like Krillin is
Krillin
wearing a
wearing
wig. This looks
Not a
like
lace
the,
front either.
Not a
No,
lace
not a lace front. There's no way he can do that
a
without
bad
that
old
on
lady
head.
wig. Yeah.
This Gohan looks like the
Yeah.
boss from Incredibles that Mr.
I
Incredible.
can't
punches through the
unsee
wall.
that now, Rick. You're right. Fuck.
Oh my god, this
It's
is
crazy
just
because the
terrible.
other head sculpts look fine. Like I'd argue that the one where he's like yelling and his hair is like flared up and stuff, that's one of the best head sculpts we've probably ever gotten from.
I feel like we just talked about this last week. How cool it looked, wasn't it? A
Yeah,
week
well,
before.
we talked about
weeks
the
ago,
actual
yeah.
figure, and then I remember when it came to like this scrunched up normal, where I was like, "This." First of all, these are the samples we were looking at before, and I was like, "This is very reminiscent of like that era of art where their face is kind of scrunched up at the bottom." But like, not like this. What the fuck is going on? Like they completely fumbled the bag with this one. What the fuck?
Oh, they massacred my boy.
Exactly.
Massacred my boy.
At the same time, it feels more on model than this one. This one's a little. I don't know.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that. This one
Yeah.
seems like it's kind of light years behind the other one,
Well,
though. Even
the-
though
This head sculpt, it looks like Dragon Ball Z in video games.
True. It feels like weird art. And also it's on that older kid Goku body. So that's why it probably feels like so old. It's like he's
Like
also-
yaoi art.
Yeah. No, Fabio, what the fuck? His hands aren't big enough, first of all. But yeah, man, this is wild. I don't know. This head sculpt staying in the It's staying in the bin. It's not getting displayed
Yeah,
like this under any circumstances.
This faceplate / head sculpt is just never going to be used, man.
It's rough, man. It's like I just want to take his face and then just scoot it up just a little bit, man.
Just a little bit, yeah. What are the comments like on here? Is everybody pretty much saying the same thing?
I love this one. Bro, looking like ET. Fix that or
Fix
refund
that or refund me.
Bro, they really gave us the Gohan tries his first lemon face. This is crazy. Oh no.
No,
For the wrestling fans, this is Machine Gun Carl Anderson doing Sour Guy.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Always thinking of you, Wrestling Hound.
Did this already go out for pre-order? No, not yet, right?
Oh yeah, it has.
Yeah.
This is actually the
Long
last.
sold out.
It's one of the. It's closing soon, actually.
No, it said available for pre-order until March 28th, and then posted on April 22nd. We got you now. I wish this hairstyle would make a comeback, though.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of kids that wear their hair like this. It's ridiculous. They call it the Edgar.
No.
Oh my god!
Did you ever?
The Edgar has evolved into this.
This is the Edgar. This is very Edgar.
Is that anything like the Broccoli Boy?
He's the original. He's the original Japanese Edgar. Shout out to Foos Gone Wild.
Edgar.
Shout out to Foos Gone Wild. If you don't follow Foos Gone Wild, then your pandemic probably sucks.
Yes. This is the Edgar.
Look at that. Look at all those Edgars. Oh my god. This is a popular hairstyle right now.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to the Edgars out there. And shout out to Piccolo.
Wait,
for
here it
giving
is.
this cut.
Oh my. Okay. Okay.
What do you want?
Edgar?
I'm trying to go to another planet to find a separate set of Dragon Balls to revive my dead friends. I got you, fam.
Wait,
Say no more.
Available for pre-order? Because I'm just looking up now. I ordered Krillin, but I didn't pre-order Gohan for some reason. What the hell?
I don't know. I got mine off a Japanese site. I think he's on P Bandai right now. This is also the first figure they're gonna try and offer worldwide same shipping. So this will come out apparently at the same time as the Japanese release. Who knows if that's to be believed?
Okay.
But
all right, I'm gonna have to. I'm screwing myself out of another Gohan. It seems.
I think this. You know, roast aside, this is a good one to get for sure. Like much
the other
like
head
any of
sculpts
these
are really
Namek.
good.
Go ahead, Rick. My fault.
So the other head sculpts are really good still.
They are. I would say much like any other Namek centered release that's coming out now, like individually, like as they come out, you kind of feel like you can skip some of these, but like there's no better feeling than getting them all together. And then like the display possibilities you can have when you have like a full lineup, 12 figures deep of Namek specific characters. It's unbelievable. It's unreal.
Game over.
But yeah, the
Would
only
you
other
say it's worth more than the sum of its parts?
Sure. Let's get
It's very interesting to see everybody get in their little groove, in their little biased little arena.
That's true. Like I
he
said,
is slipping it right now. Yeah, it's all good. Everything's great.
Like I said, it's hard to judge your own kids.
yeah. It's my turn next. It's all good.
Yeah,
that's
it's
absolutely.
Okay. You know, HasBRUH has your sword.
Chris, Jesus Christ.
In my axe.
Rick, we're coming for Salvation Army and Goodwill next, so.
Oh
Don't worry.
Please
the only other notable
please
news.
talk shit about that, please.
The only other notable news for SHF is Timberland Piccolo is shipping right now from Japanese websites.
Did he put out a new album?
Yeah, sure. This is like the new updated Piccolo that's for Dragon Ball Super Hero, the movie that's coming out, where people are clowning on him with the 2013 classic. What are those? Maybe? I don't know. What year did that meme become very popular? I don't remember. But yeah, here it is. It seems like a pretty pretty great release. Another good release. If you have the old Piccolo and you're just casually into this line, generally no reason to go ahead and grab this Piccolo. To be quite honest, he has yellow muscles and his shoes look like a mixture between Uggs and Tim's. So
But
really
you know
no
what?
reason.
Like, if you really like Dragon Ball and feel like you're gonna like this movie, look this up.
I will say that the head
Piccolo.
sculpts look a little bit. The head sculpts are a great addition because they can be mixed with the old Piccolo as well. And then also if you have correct me if I'm wrong, that head sculpt is right from that is the exact same model as the one they used for the Figurize kit. Am I bugging, Rick? It's the exact same shit.
We should honestly look this shit up.
Have the
To
beam.
look up, is this my junior fucking Figurize? Look this up.
But yeah, man. Once again, if you're just like casually collecting this line and you have no idea what this is, it'll be fine to skip it. I think it's a regular release. It's priced at that point. It's like $35. Hopefully we'll be seeing these in like Walmarts and Targets along with like the Goku and Vegeta and Gohan. They're all like priced really low.
And they're all spaced out. So
Yes.
I could see that happening.
Very true. And it's funny the way it works out because like by the time that the movie actually comes out, now that it was delayed a little bit, you'll have a couple of figures into the line for the movie. So that's pretty tight. And then the last piece of SHF news is Boji from Ranking of Kings is shipping now as well. And I'm
Hello, Boji.
I'm
He's hitting.
ecstatic to say that I was able to secure one from a Japanese site, and I'm very excited, very happy. Otherwise, I would have had to wait for like Amazon or whatever. I'm not trying to do that. Boji needs my attention immediately.
I went with Amazon.
Damn,
I'm just a cheap bitch,
it's okay.
and yeah, there was just nothing I could do. You know, I weighed my options, and I thought to myself, yeah, be cheap. I don't know.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but it is actually my favorite video on the internet right now. You seen that video going around where it's this girl walking up to this other girl in the car, and she goes, "What's this bug-eyed bitch doing in your car?"
No, what video is that?
It's like some I think it's like a Facebook reel or a TikTok or something. It's so funny.
Yeah, that sounds like a total TikTok.
Whoa.
This looks
like the
crazy too.
best Avatar on the market.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to bring this up. Looks like
Let's talk
I
about
don't
it,
think
Rick.
it looks like. I think it's definitely the best Aang from any company made.
Absolutely no question.
Yeah, this looks really good, man. I mean, just damn. Figma next? Next, please?
That is a question on everybody's
Yeah,
mind. Like,
I have to. Who do I gotta give a back rub to?
I think. Oh my God! Here
Oh,
comes
he's
the
got-
acrylic
he's got a-
stands.
He's got an Appa cutout. Amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like a really big thing right now in Japan.
Yeah.
Is these acrylic standees?
Poncho, you're ahead of the game. That's your Pokemon trainer.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. When Poncho was first doing like acrylic stuff, I said like, hey man, you know, like Japan, they
Yeah, right
do
here.
like a lot of these acrylic figures. Look, there he is. There he is. Yeah, it's huge in Japan.
There he is.
And you know, this is like a way to not give us a fucking Appa by giving us one.
Very true. I think the chances of getting a Figma Aang, I almost said Ong.
And man, you almost went full
Full
M. Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan, huh? Ong.
Well, I almost said Avatar just to
Avatar.
make it fair. The Avatar.
I think the chances of getting a Figma Aang are way higher than getting a Figma Korra. Even though
Sure.
I would have really loved a Figma Korra too. In a perfect world, the Figma Aang comes out, sells like gangbusters, and they're like, you know what? Maybe we should try Figma Korra. And then that will never sell. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got
That's
waifu like potential. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the move, I'd say, because nobody else gets figures really. Like, yeah, these bigger companies do them, like McFarlane and whoever the fuck makes those other ones. But
Yes.
in reality, like most brands, they really just make Aang and Korra. They don't make anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hell yeah,
He's got
man.
the Rasengan. That's cool.
Well, yeah, a little bit of Rasengan. Tell us a little bit about
Hey.
that technique, Fabio.
Well, it involves spinning your chakra in your hand to create a sphere and then using it offensively.
Something else, pal. We've been bamboozled this entire time. Like, this guy just sat aside one day. He's like, and I'm gonna play a character that doesn't like cartoons, but somehow knows everything about them.
It's very funny to see Fabio coming out with this knowledge.
It's something else, man.
It is quite possibly the highlight of the show. Talking about
It was
is
really
so
good last
funny.
week. I actually had to go back and replay that segment because I was enjoying it. I was like too in the moment to really like laugh about it and enjoy it.
Okay, BXTR works.
Just Rick's very subtle, like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
I thought that this was like a scripted thing. I thought that like you and Pancho got together before the show, and Pancho was like, "So here's the deal with fucking Madara." And like, oh, this is Perv Sensei, and like, I thought that that's what happened. Oh, I couldn't believe that he actually knew all this fucking information. What a beautiful revelation.
Roots run deep, baby.
Right. Well said.
All
right.
right.
Is it HasBRUH time?
HasBRUH, let's go. Before we dive deep, let's thank our friend BXTR Works hitting us with $10. Thank you so much, man. Hell
Thank you.
yeah.
XTR Works, baby.
As always.
Beautiful.
Hope you're strapped
Thank
in,
you,
the XTR Works, because we're about to fucking lay in the HasBRUH.
Yeah.
We're about to put them to bed.
Well, we're not. We're not. We're just gonna be commentating on how everybody else is laying into HasBRUH this week.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna lay in the HasBRUH.
Well, I'm making a
Let's
little
go.
safety
Close
net
her
for
off.
myself. And
So
Boog
I-
still
I-
has product that he wants to get sent down the line, so let's be careful.
Oh no! Well, I mean, not like that. Like at the end of the day, let's make something very clear before we start this. White and the boys, they don't have anything to do with these prices. They have fucking nothing to do with it. These are not the guys that are making the products. Like, it's crazy that like on one of these posts here, I don't know which one of it is on HasBRUH post. Somebody wrote a huge paragraph about Dwight laughing at us from a mansion with his riches. I couldn't believe the stupidity. Like,
You
bro,
think Dwight lives in a fucking mansion?
what the fuck?
He's living like a king,
think
don't you know? Come
think
on.
Dwight is the fucking owner and CEO of this company? Like, he doesn't. He's an employee. He doesn't make these rules. Like, everything is coming from higher up, and it's not just Legends. It's every line is going
Honestly,
up.
I don't know if it's like a lot of like kids that just don't really understand the business and have these like outrageous comments or shit, or if it's just like really like ignorant grown-ups. I don't know if it's a mixture of both or what the deal is, but like they say what their roles are at the beginning of every stream, what they do. Dan and Ryan are in marketing. They market the product. That's why they're in contact with the influencers and trying to market the product. And Dwight is with the design team. They don't make no decisions about the fucking money.
No, but they are
working.
responsible for, as marketing, selling us on the price.
That's
And
true.
their faces are on camera and therefore in our crosshairs.
You want to talk about mental gymnastics? These guys, hell yeah, they are able to navigate.
Where do we want to start? Because that's not really where the week started.
Let's talk reveals. Let's
Yeah,
go
yeah, the
chronological
best-
order.
We finally saw for the first time ever the Thor figures to start off the stream.
Actually, I don't know if that was first. I feel like they showed. I think they showed. I think they talked about the Moon Knight reveal. We talked about that last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So yeah, they just recapped the Moon Knight, the Mr. Knight, and the Moon Knight figures that were reviewed for the first time by Figure Report. They talked about that, and then they also talked about the.
They pulled a sneaky
Fact,
on it too, showing us the back of the package, so maybe see the rest of the figures in the wave to complete the build the figure, but nope. Just
Incredible.
Chuck
So we knew that these were all going to be part of the Ultron. What was his name in the show? Ultron. I said Ultron
Infinity.
Plus.
Infinity Ultron.
Infinity Ultron. Okay, from Disney Plus. But yeah. So yeah, they showed these four. We know that they're all going to be part of that wave, right?
Right.
All right. So we missing a few figures from that wave. Maybe I don't know, 2, 3 more figures from the wave that will complete Ultron, but they're not ready to tell us what those figures are just yet. I assume that maybe they're waiting for the Miss Marvel series.
They could also be waiting for Moon Knight to wrap. Also,
True. True. One or the other, or both. Yeah.
do you think?
So yeah, that was first, and then like Fabio said, they went into the Thor stuff. You knew that we knew that this was coming because the stuff had dropped in Walmart's and Target early, but it seems like Hasbro was waiting for the actual trailer to drop because that's what we got on Tuesday, right? No, on Monday. I'm sorry, the
Monday,
trailer
yeah.
on
Tuesday,
Monday.
innit?
And they gave us about a minute and a half of Thor: Love and Thunder, which I thought looked pretty good. Well, you guys want to chat about that real quick?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
a fun trailer.
I thought it looked really
Yeah, I
good.
thought
I have a friend who they're involved with the industry down there, and they they made like a little comment to me, and I guess their comment turned out to be right. It seemed like exactly what had happened. It looks really good.
Yeah, I love
I,
this look for Thor. I mean, he's probably not going to have it in the movie for long, but I just thought this was really cool.
yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of different look surprises and a lot of callbacks, Easter eggs. A lot of people want to start getting an idea where this is going, then go back and read some kind of modern Thor comic books and maybe even some classic stuff too.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like ripped frame for frame from the comics, like when the big, dead god or whatever that he and
Yeah.
Korg are looking over. It's like
Yeah,
straight
who
out.
posted that? It might have been Vanna actually that posted that.
he did.
I think it was.
Maybe, yeah, but I mean, literally like frame for frame recreation, aside from like Korg being there, and pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was talking to Walton. And he was saying that we did see Zeus in that trailer for a hot moment. So he was saying there was a good possibility that we'll see Hercules and maybe even Ares.
That'd be cool. What are the
Yeah,
chances that Olympus is just there and Zeus just to get wiped out by Gore in the first or second act?
Yeah, he actually mentioned that too. Yeah, and he also said that, which I thought was interesting, that a lot of people weren't really happy with the toy collectors weren't happy with the look of Gore because it looks nothing like the comic book Gore, which looks really cool and scary. But that he was under the impression that this might not be his final form. Little DBZ call back there.
He does look a little like Frieza, so maybe, yeah.
And that we may actually see his other version that looks closer to his comic book counterpart. So that'd be cool. This is the wave of the guns out. For real.
Oh, yeah.
Hands out.
These ladies is looking jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sun's out, so might as well.
Yeah. And look, the double jointed pinless elbows, fantastic.
Yeah.
Incredible.
On ladies, we never would have dreamed of this when that was just a shadow of a whisper in the eye of Shartimus Prime bringing Harley Quinn from DC Icons to the Hasbro booth.
Some would say
Legend.
it was a careless whisper of a good friend.
I tell you, I'm never gonna dance again.
Those
So, yeah,
guilty
they
feet, baby.
showed off the Thor stuff here, which looks a lot better in hand. I wasn't really feeling this stuff when we saw the Walmart and Target people, or people in Walmart and Target finding these, but seeing them here on the stream, seeing the actual promo images and stuff like that, these look okay for movie figures. I'm not like a huge fan of collecting the movie stuff, but then I kind of do because I want to complete the baths. But yeah. So yeah, there's Gore, which actually also looks a lot better to me here. But yeah, we'll have to see what transformations Christian Bale goes through in the movie. Then we got Star-Lord with the Jufro. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Damn, what is
Yeah, I
up with that hair?
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
actually
God.
looks kind of different in the trailer. Like he looks more like the other Star-Lord. I don't know what the inspiration was here, but yeah, he straight up looks more like Kurt Russell.
This figure right here, man, this looks like Kurt Russell's face on Disco Stu's afro.
Yeah.
You mean Disco Stu's afro on Kurt Russell's?
That's
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm wondering, I don't know. I mean, people who probably have this in hand already know, but does this come with like a Star-Lord mask, or is it only an unmasked head?
Oh, that's a good question.
So unmasked head.
Unmasked head.
So unmasked head. Okay.
So no head.
There's a few people we could probably ask. Maybe
Yeah, if
somebody.
anybody in the chat knows, let us know. Because if it doesn't come with one, then the previous Volume 2 Star-Lord is still technically better. But again, yeah, you kind of got to get this if you don't have, if you want Korg to build a figure. Groot is definitely an improvement, though.
Yep.
With like the arm tendrils and stuff, and then there's Korg.
There's
Terrible.
Korg.
Them pants.
We
There he is.
we saw in the trailer. Looks like the deco here is accurate. That can be an issue sometimes with I guess across the board really, but it seems to happen with Legends kind of often though, where they be off because they get this early kind of concept art and base the figures off of that, and then shit doesn't turn out that way in the end. But yeah, not really like
Probably
super.
helps that it probably helps that these movies have been delayed a bit. So these are probably on track to where they, these have been delayed as well. So they probably had more time to work on them. And I think I saw the statistic that this Thor Love and Thunder trailer is like the closest trailer to actual movie release of any of the Marvel films so far.
Yeah, when's that due again?
June, right?
Yeah, June.
June of July.
Unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, very soon.
And there was it's not HasBRUH related whatsoever, but it was about Thor Love and Thunder. Everybody's clamoring because the Funko Pops revealed that Meek is a woman, or he's dressing like one in this film. So everybody's thrown off.
I mean, in
They're
the
like, "What the
trailer,
hell?"
they had like a suit on, right?
Oh, dude, he has a pantsuit on. He has like an Elaine suit on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking Elaine Seinfeld premium years, and everybody's like, "Is Meek a woman? Is he just in a power suit?"
I'm pretty
Like,
sure
what's going
Meek's race of people have evolved past the need for genders. That's such a primitive
Exactly.
concept.
on? Voyager, baby.
Non-binary meat. Huh?
Voyager.
We just
It's
say NB.
Okay.
Old NB.
All right. So yeah, that was the Thor Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure wave. So yeah, they also showed
Got a
off
premium
the,
roleplay item for your collection, huh?
You don't say. Really?
Milnor.
I think
Yes.
his name is Jonathan. Shout out to fucking Paul Rudd for that.
They talked about the Spider-Man and that they talked about their concept to production timeline and said a whole bunch of stuff that made it where they didn't have to show us anything. So that was
But
that.
to be fair, the day before they tweeted out that they would not be showing this.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Kind of gave an expectations list and let everybody know,
Yeah.
like, don't get hyped up. You're not fucking
Don't get
seeing
hyped.
these.
Yeah, the
don't
classic
get
Dan
that.
Yoon tweet the day before to temper expectations. Shout out to Dan Yoon.
You know what? You know what's probably great though is that the shit that they're doing with these 60th year anniversary Spider-Man in terms of like testing out the pinless joints and the toe joints and all of that stuff like that. They should have that shit all mastered by the time these bad boys come out. So these should be some of the best Spider-Man figures they ever put out, hopefully.
Boog, that's music to my ears, man.
They
Yeah.
gosh darn better be.
You know? Gotta be. And then they'll be $50 each.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
Don't put
Well,
that
okay.
evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that on me. Don't you put that on me.
And here's the thing. What are you going to do? Not get it? Idiot.
You cannot not get the 3 Spider-Man. You can't. You have to. So yeah, there was that. I don't know. What did they say about this? What was that about?
that's about this. The 2-pack.
Oh,
But why
Marty
they
McFly's
show-
dad over here? The fuck is
It's
going
based on their homecoming looks.
Got it. Okay, I'm bugging. All right, so yeah, they showed this off for the first time. We did have word of this as a leak some time ago. So we kind of knew that it was coming. We just, didn't know how these would look. And I think these look fucking fantastic. I'm not like in love with Peter's head sculpt or whatever.
Whoa.
At least the other one.
The other one is rough.
Get a maniple. You'll be fine.
You know
other-
what it is. You know what it is, Boog, is that like they didn't say it, and obviously they're saying that this is based on the movie.
Uh-huh.
That head sculpt looks identical to animated Peter Parker show that's coming out from Disney Plus, where it's his year 0 basic. Like it looks like that. It doesn't look like Tom Holland. It looks like that. That's what I thought this was when they first showed it, and then I saw that it's at Homecoming, and I was like, "What the hell? This looks like animated Peter."
It looks like
this
Crispin Glover.
the neutral head sculpt looks great, but that other one, he's got the crazy overbite. He looks nuts.
Yeah, they got that thing like Jesus Christ. They've I'm sure everybody's seen that interview where Tom Holland says that he has a frog in his mouth, and this is definitely like they overdid Tom Holland having his frog in his mouth.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I think these look excellent. I'm really excited to make these not Peter and Ned and use them as civilians or use them as even an ultimate Peter Parker. You got a lot of options. The skin tone that they're using for Ned is clearly something that they've never done before, so that's great too.
The whole body. I mean, obviously both of these are brand new. But yeah, Poncho, we got your custom base right here.
Ready?
Poncho, how many times have you heard that the past week, baby?
Basically.
Let us know.
First of all, I'd love to highlight a member of the chat right now for saying what is on everybody's mind. The CEO of Sex has finally arrived. For sure.
Man, fucking Marvel Legends Kuya is here. Everyone's Kuya is here.
This whole figure is fucking dope. The camo backpack, his whole outfit is just really cool. And the added touch here at the end, they said that Mr. Jesse Falcon himself pushed for this added accessory with the Spider-Man mask on, which is really cool.
Very nice.
Yeah,
You know
wait
what?
to accept my friend request on Facebook so I can thank him for this. Just put it out there.
Specific shout out.
You know what? We could do all types of cool things with this. Put Spider-Man heads on other sort of civilian bodies. Have like a gang of robbers with Spider-Man masks. Oh man, the possibilities here are endless. But this is really cool, man. I think this is a great 2-pack. Again, I think the chat was lighting up when they showed this. A lot of people were excited about this, as was I. And what did they show next?
CEO of Sex, of course. I will say I hope that they reuse this body and give us a Genki. That'd be the dream, baby.
That'd be cool.
Just some redeco and a
give
new
us
head
a what? I
sculpt.
didn't hear you. You said give us a what?
A Genki from the comics.
Ooh.
Genki,
What?
Miles' best friend from the comics.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
That's like a very easy like reuse of this body. And I think that I think it's literally only a matter of time. Like, who else are you going to put on this body? Let's be real.
Right. I mean, there's yeah. That makes a lot of sense, man. Yeah, that'd be great.
Plastic Thunder saying we need a teacher, JB Smoove next.
Oh, hell yeah. I was really surprised that they did not announce a re-release of Zendaya, because that figure is wildly expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't there some type of mention of Spider-Man and maybe that was the Spider-Man. I don't know. I feel like in those leaked lists there might have been something with Mary Jane. I don't know. I'm bugging. Maybe I gotta go look at that list.
Show?
So yeah, there was that, and then they finally showed off another member of the Into the Spider-Verse crew, Spider-Man Noir here. I think this looks really good. I saw some people I didn't really catch this at first, but some people pointed out that the knees look kind of nuts. Actually, I think that was actually Plastic Thunder that pointed it out.
Isn't this T'Challa Star-Lord's legs?
I was going to say that. I think it
What
is.
somebody said. Yeah, maybe.
It's a good reuse. I mean, he definitely looks a little bit more closer to like that animated art style that they kind of started doing with
Sure.
What If. So nice. It's not bad.
I hope that he has some other hands though, because this just those hand sculpts is kind of whack. I'm echoing.
Get some headphones, Fabio.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, this looks cool. This looks really cool. Now, I guess the only other character that we're missing is Penny Parker and the Spider-Bot to complete the kind of core crew.
Yeah.
But I'm not really like super happy with the Miles figure that they put out. So I don't know. I'd like to see them kind of redo the whole crew and get them all and complete costumed great looks for the crew.
Yeah, they got to do Miles without the jacket and shorts, and just the Spider-Man outfit, which they did, but it was just a kind of a redeco. They needed it in like that style.
100%.
But you're getting another Spider-Ham.
Yeah, it's a redecoed Spider-Ham here. So if you missed out on the first one, then here's another shot.
And is this one exclusive to a store?
I think
Target?
this is Target.
Target.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Another stark reminder that Toys R Us is gone here in the U.S. God damn.
I think they got a Toys R Us in Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Still.
Like a pop-up
It's not
type deal,
the
isn't it?
same.
Hey, Kendall. Is there a Toys R Us in that Dream Mall in New Jersey? Is there a Toys R Us in the Dream Mall in New Jersey? It is.
Yes, it's
Confirmation.
it's like a pop-up store.
Basically Canada, though, so.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
That's basically Canada.
New Jersey's Canada. All right.
Oh man.
Fuck.
What, they serve
Everyone-
Taylor ham in Canada, too? Or do they call it pork roll? I don't know. Regional jokes. Let's move on.
That's very Jersey of you, pork roll.
Spoken like a local. Look at me. You know what? Speaking of that, they just opened up a chopped cheese restaurant here in LA.
Yeah,
Shut the
let me-
fuck
Really?
up. It's all chopped cheese?
Is it a
it's
real
called
chopped cheese? Yeah, I went to one of these. I went to
Japanese restaurant where in New York, that's just a regular day at any bodega.
I went to
Here it's a gourmet entire place to base your restaurant on.
That is the wildest shit I ever heard of.
It's the most LA shit, let me tell you.
there's a place in
Very
Charleston called Holy City Brewery. It's like this. It's a really good brewery. But they have like a kitchen and stuff too. And on the menu they added a chopped cheese, and I was like, oh fuck, let's go. I ordered a chopped cheese. This shit was a Philly cheesesteak with American cheese on it. I was so disrespected.
No,
I couldn't believe it. I said, what? This is
What is this? Some kind of fucking joke?
a sick joke.
I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman because we're about to go on a food tangent. Let's go.
Pancho went to the fucking barkeep and said, "Give me the chef."
I'm pretty sure
God,
that the origin of the chopped cheese, at least in New York, I mean, I'm sure this is a New York thing, came from a bodega called Haji's over on the east side out here. I'm 99% sure.
Man, I'm
Just a
wishing.
bodega. It's just a regular fucking bodega on like in Spanish Harlem on the east side or whatever.
I don't doubt it for a second. I don't doubt that for 1 second.
One thing I wish we had more readily available here is Jamaican beef patties, man. I love me a good patty.
Hey,
Well,
check the
plenty of
frozen
that-
food
plenty
section
of
of your
that,
local
yeah.
Trader Joe's. I'm sure they got some shitty.
No, I gotta go. You know what? I gotta go to the 99. The 99-cent store has frozen golden crust patties.
That's
Mm,
gross.
mm, mm.
I'm telling you,
Terrible.
you go to Trader Joe's, they'll have them, and they'll be racially nicknamed. all their Chinese food all their Chinese food is not Trader Joe's. It says Trader Ming's.
Yeah.
No, it does
So-
not. Not the Trader
does.
Ming's.
And I can confirm that
does,
because
man.
I had some Kung Pao chicken from them 2 nights ago.
Oh, and Pancho, the other side of your nationality is not wrong either. Like the fucking Indian food that they sell that's frozen there has a name too. It's like Trader Raj or something.
Trader
Oh,
Raj,
no.
I knew it. I know.
I swear it's like something like that, and I was like, damn.
Yeah,
like,
and all
how
the
long until
Italian
they-
food is Trader Giotto's.
Oh my!
It's just
God.
called gabagool.
Yeah.
Everything is topical.
Trader Gabagools.
All right, okay. So then, Dan Yoon got his segment, Moment to Shine. Probably gave the Mets a shout out or something because baseball was on or something. I don't know. But, the New York Metropolitans, as we call them, the real fans. And they revealed Toad finally, which we know obviously was going to be the 4th figure in the 20th anniversary wave, but it just took so long to reveal for some reason. And, pretty mixed bag on the reviews, honestly.
Really? What are people saying? You got your finger on the pulse on this one, huh? What are people saying?
Now let us know. Hit us with the real dirt.
It's the wrong costume or something. I don't know.
Is it the wrong costume, Boog?
The one thing I'm noticing is it's just annoying when it's pinless legs and not pinless arms. That's one thing where I'm like, come on.
This is
What do you mean
definitely
the wrong costume? I mean,
this is definitely the wrong
classic
costume. This is the wrong costume for the wrong body.
What do you
I
mean?
don't think does he ever wear this costume and look this thin?
Oh, that's what it is. Print Rabbit's saying the same thing. Most wanted the fat Toad.
Yeah, he never wears this costume when he's that thin. I don't
this
believe.
is like it's a classic look. It's I feel like
we gotta Google this.
I feel like they took this look from X-Men Legacy, the X-Men Legacy book. In fact, look up X-Men Legacy Toad cover or something like that.
You're right. You're right. He does look like that when he's thin. So I wonder what's wrong then.
Nothing
Maybe people
really.
just wanted the fat one instead, but
I think people were just sold. I saw people saying that they wanted, originally wanted Toad to be on a Doc Ock body, which would be too big for Toad, and it wouldn't be agile enough. Like you're not going to get him in any
yeah, I can see that.
cool crouching poses and shit like that. But yeah, plenty of artwork out there with this particular costume. Yeah. There you have it.
This could work for the Doc Ock body, I think. Maybe not the arms, like thin arms, but still that body. I don't know. That would look probably weird.
Yeah, that Doc Ock is very robust. It's a big figure. You know what I mean?
Big boys, rise up. Let's go.
Yeah. That's the X-Men Legacy cover
Careful,
right there.
gamers might hear you.
Where's my 9-year-old army?
Yeah, I was actually not mad at this. I kept picturing that they were going to do this look and being like a little salty about it, but when they actually showed it, I'm like, all right, this is actually okay. It's gonna look good. Aside, with the updated sort of Brotherhood and shit. So
Yeah, I mean, he can hit the poses. Look at that, 3 points.
Pose.
yeah, okay.
He's in the pose.
Not bad. And he comes with 2 little toads. Look at that.
Now that's where the money is.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
where the fucking money
And
is
those are
right there,
previously
baby.
sculpted into the hand on the Series 1 original Toy Biz version. So look at that.
I
Right.
hope they
Wow.
look, and I'm not joking here, I hope they look as good when the figure comes out. Because I saw
You know
these
what's
toads and I was
funny?
like, these things kind of look pretty fucking fire, man. Pretty good looking
You know what's
toads, I'm
funny?
not gonna lie.
I was in I think I was in Blick a couple months ago. I was getting my my daughter some art supplies and stuff, and they had a bunch of like little like miniature like animals and stuff that
Yeah.
pretty much went to scale with 6-inch stuff or whatever. I bought some toads and some turtles and like a bunch of different shit. So
Yeah, they had like cherubs and stuff too, right? Like little angel babies.
Damn,
Yep.
I gotta go to my local Blick, huh?
That's a art
Wow.
store staple. There's a
Yeah.
place called Artisan Craftsman here in Charleston that's downtown right by the art college, strategically placed. And they have all that shit too.
Oh my god.
Boog, I didn't know you were such a herpetologist.
You know, as a kid, I had a lot of pets, bro.
Hell yeah! What was the most
Oh my
exotic pet
God.
you had when you were a kid, Bug?
The most exotic pet? I don't know. I had rabbits, I had fish, I had salamanders, I had
Whoa.
frogs, I had
Goddamn.
dogs. I had every fucking thing.
What pets did you have when you were filming that basketball scene with Bill Murray?
At that time, I think I had my rabbits at that time, Thumper
Oh
and
my
Tinkerbell.
God.
Let's go.
Jeez. Yeah, I had a rabbit, and he lived with a guinea pig. That was
I had a rabbit
interesting.
too when I was younger.
They were roommates.
And
were
they were
roommate-
roommates.
They were roommates.
But this shit, we went from toads to rabbits.
Wow, this HasBRUH
White-
section is not going how I thought it would. This is going very different.
White Rabbit re-release when?
When? Man, there was a lot of White Rabbit posts during Easter, huh?
It sure was. A lot
Everybody
of
thought that they were a lot of awful ones. Everybody thought that they were slick. They were
Oh,
like,
no.
"Oh, nobody's gonna do White Rabbit," and then everybody fucking did it.
I listened to a lot of Jefferson Airplane on Easter.
Oh
Just
my
the one
God.
song.
That's the one.
Well, at least this one also has like the same comic cover in the back too, so that's cool. So there you go, side by side. Look at that. How far we've come. Look at us. Who would have seen
Hey.
this coming?
Who would have thought, huh? Look at us.
Look at us.
All right, well there they are. That's all of them together.
Now it's time to move on to Wave 2, baby.
What is that? Doctor Doom, Johnny Storm, Namor, and what else? One more.
A Boog.
Say it again.
Historian.
What was Wave 2, Toy Biz?
Wave 2.
Doom, Thing, Johnny Storm, and the one I just mentioned.
Oh damn, that's not as exciting. That's too
actually had-
Fantastic Four-ish.
It actually had the variants in that wave. So you had two different things. You had
Mhm.
Doom and the Doombot. You had two Human Torches as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and there was the Hulk with the blue pants.
Correct.
Blue Pants, Blue. You guys remember Blue Pants, the wrestler?
No.
Oh yeah,
Blue Pants.
she's Leva Bates now.
Shout out to Wrestling Hound. We'll appreciate it.
Yeah, it was all Fantastic Four-way because it was Namor, Johnny, Thing, and Doom.
Mm-hmm. Not really all Fantastic
Wave
Four.
3, however, well, that's more X-Men because it's Magneto, Wolverine, Thor. Yeah, man, that's gonna be this one. Yes, special. I mean, I guess they're all technically re-releases anyway. So, other than Toad, but even he was the odd one out on the original. So, anyway,
So what's the actual regular retail price on these? I don't even know what I paid for Hulk. I got Hulk from I actually got Hulk directly from HasBRUH Pulse. So how much did I pay? Let's see.
well, if this tweet from Preternia is to be believed, Toad is $33.99.
Oh my god.
I don't know how
Is
much
that-
the others were, but I don't think Cap and Iron Man were $33.99. I think Hulk was like near 40 because he's huge, right?
Yeah,
Out
Hulk
the
might
door.
be 3 actually. Let me double check.
Out the door, that Toad is like $45. Absolute yikes. Jesus Christ.
Okay, what?
I said out the door, that Toad is probably like $45. It's
Let's
fucking rough, man.
I just want to kind of get a gauge of the. Hey, I better just check back. Oh boy, what is this? Sorry.
But you are a Marvel Legends collector, right? What are you gonna do? Not get them?
It's the only choice.
Oh, okay. So from HasBRUH Pulse, I think Hulk was actually $47. Wow.
Jesus.
Okay, Print Rabbit is saying Hulk's 45. The rest are all 33. So maybe.
I don't know. Is Hulk worth 45? You get 2 sets of hands, 2 heads, the additional gold Mandroid head, and the Rocky base, as well as a little small backdrop and a little like Marvel Legends base. It's a lot of plastic on Hulk. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess as a deluxe figure, um, we've paid $39.99 for deluxe figures of this size before with less accessories. So, I mean, I guess this is not like highway robbery for the 20th anniversary stuff. I could justify 45 for this Hulk. It is a very
Yeah.
solid, good figure. I could justify it for Hulk. 33 for Toad. I don't know. I think they should have probably needed a bendy wire tongue and like one more set of hands or some shit for Toad. I think maybe.
Or match the arms with the aesthetic of it, because everything else has
Oh,
wrinkles
right.
except his arms
Yeah.
are like jacked up from a previous sculpt.
You know what? Throw in a few more fucking toads.
Yeah.
Toad it up. Let's have a
like
toad party.
80% more
Yeah.
toads.
Exactly. I like where your head's at, kid.
Wait, so that's like not even one more.
Either that, or it could have just been maybe not the bendy wire tongue, but like one more head sculpt where the tongue is like, I don't know, straight out, or like, you know, has a circular end where you could really like wrap it around something, or I don't know, something, some fucking flies on the tongue. Who knows? I don't know.
Ooh, you know what would have been sick? Would have been a head sculpt that like with flies twirling around him.
Oh, that would have been dope.
That would have been sick.
But yeah, these 20th anniversary figures have been they look very good. I have Hulk and Iron Man. I still haven't gotten Cap. Cap was packed with a lot of accessories and stuff, and it's a real good looking figure.
Cap feels like a real deluxe. I mean, I guess Iron Man does too. I mean, both of them with the Paul Harding head sculpt. Same with Hulk.
Right.
So.
Did they say? Well, Toad did go up for pre-order, right? Or did they say that was a later date? No, I think they said a later date for Lizard.
Oh yeah, that went up on Wednesday.
Okay, that went up.
Ooh. Yeah, Lizard is the one that has not gone up yet, even though that's Walmart exclusive.
Whoa, we're not there yet.
Crispy.
All right, now we're there.
Let's
Get into the Spider-Man Beyond amazing stuff, and then after this, we'll recap, the prices and all that stuff, and have that discussion. But here's Iron Spider, previously revealed, I think, by like Pharaoh Monch or something, and then I think D reviewed it.
Yes, sir. I can't believe this was reviewed so long ago, and it's barely like.
Yeah, barely been mentioned, huh?
Yeah, it's barely been mentioned. Crazy.
I don't know. I kind of don't really like the way this looks anymore. I don't know.
I'll tell you what I don't like.
This shit is light years better than the one we had years ago. But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Brett?
I said, I'll tell you what I don't like is these boxes, and not for the reason that you'd think. Now, we failed to mention is that going forward, I guess all these boxes are closed. I thought that they were going to do a Transformers or Fortnite thing where they do the little window without the plastic, but they're closed, and that's fine. I get it. It's closed, but they just look like shit. Like there was another picture of the front of it, and it's just look at that. That looks like a ugly PDF of the toy. It's like shittily photoshopped on the box. Like, I'd rather like nice box art like Transformers has. Transformers has like really nice closed boxes. They have like really cool art. Like I'd rather have that. I'd rather have the art that's on the side of the box on the front.
You know what? I did get one of those Transformers as part of one of those celebratory fan things, and the box art is nice.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's kind of one of the discrepancies right now too. Is that I don't know that this is going to be the norm moving forward for everything. I think this is just for the 60th year anniversary stuff. Not that that makes it really any better. I know a lot of like weirdo people that like to keep their shit in the package is upset right now, but I think that this particular box arrangement is just for this stuff though. So I don't know.
I did hear that too. It's just like fan releases or whatever they call that. stuff. Sorry, I'm
Fan
ignorant
channel?
on this. Fan channel
Not fan
stuff.
channel. Is it fan channel? No, not fan channel. It's just the 60th year anniversary stuff. The Beyond Amazing stuff, basically.
Yeah, so that's another point that people are making. Preternia said it too, that the Spider-Man 60th anniversary stuff is a capsule collection, or what they call programs, in the marketing team. Similar to the Marvel 80th, MCU 10 years, Infinity Saga, all that stuff.
Exactly.
All that stuff has a general $5 markup. And we said it at the time. When Legends were still $19.99, here comes the Marvel 80th anniversary, which is how we first got that Cap, that new Thor, and that Iron Man. They were
Correct.
$5,
Yep.
$5 more, So at that point, we were already like, okay, here they go. They're testing the waters. And then MCU 10 years followed that, Infinity Saga. So we already told them that it was okay for them to charge us this much. Because we all loved that stuff when it came out, right?
Also, the draw, or the thing that they were saying, especially about the 10 years of Marvel stuff, was that a lot of that stuff was unique new sculpts and stuff like that as well. So it was really justified there, I think. I didn't really see a problem with that. Like the Ironmonger and Obadiah Stane and all of that stuff was very unique and very well done, in my opinion. Some of that 10 years Marvel shit. But I forgot the point I was going to make. But yeah.
I think
So
I
you all,
know what you're saying. Like, when it comes to the price hike, like the way we were conditioned to it was new sculpts, new accessories, all that shit, just like new shit. But like Fabio said earlier, they were basically just testing the waters and slowly brainwashing us into thinking that it's fine to pay for it's fine to pay like $5 or $6 extra for a figure with no bath. And
I wish that was the only.
Did too, though, that was kind of slick was that. We're about to get that Bone Breaker Build-A-Figure wave. We saw the actual price increase on those because those are $25.99 each. So this stuff, the markup is based on the new $25.99 price. You understand? So the extra $5 is on that right off the bat. So it's like I don't know. It's a markup within a markup, damn near. Like, you know what I mean? It is kind of wild, but.
It wasn't even just the 10 years though. It was I'm sure you guys remember they had a what's it called? A questionnaire where they asked like, "Oh, if we charged you more money, but we gave you this and this, would you be okay?" And everybody I'm sure said yes. But what they didn't know is that they didn't hold up their end of the deal by giving us this, that, and the third. They just kept things how they were and charged us more.
Wait. When I voted for that, I didn't think leopards were going to eat my face.
Let me see. This Spider-Man has all three hands? This particular Spider-Man?
Let's see.
I think it only has one extra set of hands.
Jesus.
This was another comparison I saw on Reddit, actually. This is $33.99. Hang on, let me find it. It's a great meme.
Boog, why would we want open palms that are iconic for this character to use? When,
well, to be fair, he climbs walls with the wall-crawling arms in the back.
Yeah, but when he does his stance, he always has those open palms.
You can't have a Spider-Man figure without all three hands, period.
Yeah, no.
Especially not if you raise the fucking price, man. Come on.
What's going on?
The nerds are jumping ship, Jerry.
These memes this week are undefeated. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in the toy community.
Very, very funny memes this week.
So look, $33.99, one set of hands, 3 additional spider arms. For $34.99, NECA's giving you 5 extra hands, 7 additional accessories, extra head, flamethrower.
It's tough. It's tough, man. Like when it's in front of you like this. It is tough.
Yep. When it's laid out like that, there's really you can't really defend it. It's very true.
Yeah, it's like I said, they're not keeping up the end of the deal. They asked the question like, "Oh, if we charged you more, but we made it a more premium product, would it be okay?" And everybody, in unison was like, "Yeah, like we'll pay more if you give us more." But they're charging more and not giving you more. Once we get to Null, I have a lot to say about that.
Real quick before we move on, Fat Man hit us with $5 earlier in the show to say he's gonna have to become a drug dealer to afford Legends now. I can't see in
Right.
boxes anymore. Might get a McFarlane figure in box at a store. Yikes!
We all about to start slanging.
There's a great picture that was circulating around Twitter the other week where it was just like you said, Rick, those Transformer boxes, and the guy opened it up. Obviously, it's staged, but it was a Coke and a fucking McDonald's chicken nugget dip in there.
He went viral. That is legendary Transformers reviewer Pia.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I know that
Fucking
guy.
Pia, man. Yeah, I think he's from Maryland or DMV area. But yeah, people. It was funny because when that tweet first went out, it got like 1,000 likes, and he had to say like, "Yes, I obviously fucking put the Coke in there, guys. Come on." And then it blew up to like, I think that thing has like almost 100,000 likes right now.
It's blown up, dude.
Look at the fucking Coke and the sweet and sour sauce.
Incredible. And before I forget, Kyle House hit us with $5 earlier in the show as well, saying, "What's up, y'all? I just called FedEx about a package that was only 2 towns away from my house yesterday, and now it's 4 states away today. FedEx is whack."
Yeah,
Dude, FedEx is the actual worst, dude.
yeah, Kyle, interesting story. I had a package that was supposed to come here on Thursday, and there's no update. It's like 2 hours away, and have no idea why it's not here. And now it says that the estimated delivery date is Monday. So that's great. It makes perfect. Fucking FedEx is great. Awesome. Huh?
And Dallas James also chimed in with $5. Little words of wisdom here. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. Let's go.
I love that fucking video. But like HasBRUH responds to the outcry, and then it's fucking
Who actually
Yesterday's price.
took that clip and applied it to the HasBRUH shit first? Did Dallas actually do that?
Might have been Dallas.
Which one? Yesterday's prices are not today's prices?
Yeah, I mean that was Fat Joe on his podcast talking about obviously some shit that has nothing to do with HasBRUH,
Yeah.
but somebody.
I don't know who did that.
Might have been Dallas first. He's a very hilarious man. Shout out to Dallas James. What a guy.
Love you, Dallas.
Hell yeah,
I'm in
nothing
love
but
with you,
my
Dallas. How
friend.
about that?
Also pertaining to this, Blake Quammen hit us with $20, saying even before the price hike, collectors claim that Marvel Legends aren't worth the money. Yet they have shelves full and still pre-ordering. If folks don't like the product, then why do they keep buying? What does that tell us? Very interesting. Very
Well,
true.
I mean, Chartemis is also in the chat, and he had basically a version of what I'm saying is, prices going up is making him cut down on hot toys, right? It's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, it's not so bad. It's manageable, let's say.
Listen to
If you're
yourself.
not out here trying to buy every line on the damn market, dude.
Yeah,
If you're only buying Legends, this becomes a lot more manageable. You can, again, budget around. It would be the time, not necessarily to, jump from Legends, but maybe jump from other lines that you've been getting, recognizing that, well, Legends are my flagship line, and I feel like, around the time of DC Icons, even people were like, "Oh, but I need a DC collection to go with my Marvel Legends." It's time to just only do Marvel Legends, y'all. If that is your flagship line.
I think when they first,
That's why I tell you to pick a lane with TMNT. You
think
can't
when
get
they
every
first-
TMNT. You'll go broke. Either pick Super 7 or NECA or whatever.
Hey, tell that to
I think
Mike
doing-
of Charleston, South Carolina.
I think doing all TMNT is still very doable. But when they first announced this, I think we said the same thing. It's just not feasible to collect everything anymore. That ability, like, you must have a fucking sick ass job to be collecting Legends, Figma, SHF, Hot Toys, Transformer. Like, your job must be nuts, and I'm sure you don't hook up anybody with the job because that's you're fucking killing it, because there's no way. Like, and it's not even just that. How could I pay $33 for this Spider-Man when I could buy so many SHF for $35? It just, it just doesn't make sense to collect this line like I used to. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, this is a very Marvel Legends centric podcast. I'll buy some here and there, but like, this line is not gonna make or break me. I'm not. I can't give myself to this line like that. Like, not like before, at least. Like, there's no way at this price. Ugh.
I guess I'm thinking of it in the terms of like when I was collecting Legends, and I had been collecting Legends from Toy Biz Series 1, and even before that at Spider-Man Classics, and then jumped back on when Hasbro got the license and everything. And around that time, I was also discovering NECA and also discovering Mattel DC Universe Classics and getting all that stuff too, right? If I was still at that point now and this price hike was happening, my solution would just be like, well, Legends is my thing. That's what I started with, is what I'm going to keep going with. Everything else has got to go.
Yeah, mine is the reverse. Legends has to go and everything else is going to stay, because I think that what I'm paying for everything else is worth what I'm paying. I just said earlier, out the door, that Toad is $45. Cali tax with the shipping, that's $45. How could I pay $45 for that Toad?
Yeah, when you think about it just like that, for that single release, excuse me, and there's no Build-A-Figure parts, not part of any Build-A-Figure wave or anything like that, that is pretty steep for a domestic figure for sure. But
yeah.
Legends is my shit. That's my like go-to line or whatever. So I'm pretty much a completist when it comes to that stuff, especially for a classic character like that I feel like needs to be in the collection. So the other thing about,
that's just the way I collect too. Like, I would rather have like a very complete collection of one line than like 5 kind of half incomplete collections across a bunch of lines. That's just the way I collect it. If you're a cherry picker and you want your flagship characters, just those characters across a bunch of different lines, then probably this kind of thing isn't too bad for you. But that's just, I think a lot more people relate to the way I'm talking about, as far as like, you want to have your complete universe. You want to have your full cadre of characters to be able to display together on a shelf. You want to have your teams. You want to have your different eras, all that stuff, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'm too psychotic in that way. It's definitely my OCD speaking. Don't get it twisted.
I mean, I'm the same way too with Dragon Ball SHF. I'll buy every single figure that comes out for Dragon Ball SHF, no matter what the price is. Like, I don't give a fuck. I missed out on Birder for, what do you call it, on Japanese sites, and I had to pay $145 for them on BBTS, like some sort of fucking idiot. So yeah, I did it. Whatever. that's my shit. That's my line. So in that sense, I understand for sure. Also, real quick, Judo Boy donated $5 with lies and slander, saying, quote, $30 for Marvel Legends is a fair price. Quoted, Pawn Cheesy. When the fuck did I say that?
When did he say that? Because we would be roasting.
Maybe
if we ever said that, it was during the times of them doing that list or that questionnaire where we said yes if they were giving us more, but they're not giving us more. They're giving us less. Almost all of them are retools / remolds. Like, it's rough, man. At this price, like, NECA gives you so much more with a lot of unique sculpt. At $20, fucking Todd, the smaller company, it's just him. It's just Todd.
Indie darling, Todd McFarlane.
Indie darling, Todd McFarlane. Like, he's as much shit as we give him. He's keeping the price at 20, and all the sculpts are different. I don't know, And when we get to the
admit, he did in Russ's interview, he's losing money doing that, but he doesn't care because he just wants to put out what he perceives to be good product, right, and keep his fans happy by keeping the price point the same, because he doesn't have shareholders to answer to, and that's the big difference. Hasbro does. That brings us to this point.
But that point is mute when their revenue is the highest that it's ever been. That's what
I'm bringing up here too.
Yeah,
is that
it's not inflation at that point.
No. It's 100% profits. They're still wanting to keep profits up. In 2021, according to this article, which was yesterday, Hasbro generated net revenues amounting to approximately $6.42 billion US, making it the company's highest net revenue within the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Even in a post-pandemic era, yes, a lot of new collectors jumped on, but with price hikes and all, they're still way making more profit. They're definitely keeping their shareholders happy and all that. And I think this came out today that U.S. News reported that HasBRUH are going to raise prices again later this year due to increasing costs of supplies, as well as pausing of product sales to Russia. So the invasion of Ukraine in recent weeks may cause HasBRUH as much as $100 million in sales loss, which is a drop in the bucket if they're making $6.42 billion in a year. Like, bro.
Yeah, that's nothing at that point.
But that's how that corporate shareholder thing works. It's like $100 million lost. Oh, we got to do something. You know, the idea is to never make less money year after year, regardless
charge
of whether
you-
your fans are happy or not.
They up
Well,
the
I
price
don't
and they
know that,
remove plastic.
I don't know that this shit is sustainable. You know what I mean? If they want to keep people collecting and keep making record profits and shit like that, then they're not going to be able to keep raising the price like that.
Well,
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get into in-depth. I am going to have an opportunity to sit down with the crew on Monday, I believe, but you know, I'm not going to get the opportunity to delve into profit margins and really
True.
have a real discussion about economics with them and shit like that. I really wish I could chop it up with them like that, like how we talking about here, and really get into it and shit like that, but they are not allowed to do anything like that. So all we can do is actually look up the numbers and speculate, and not even speculate because it's a public company. You know, you can find out. You know, it's here. Fabio just read this shit, so it is what it is, man. You know, nobody's happy with these price increases. I'm not happy with it. I don't. You know, I don't like it, but I've been cutting back anyway in general on everything else. So
Yeah,
Well-
and you know that the thing is that I want it to make some semblance of sense. Like if we go back to that picture from Praeternia where he has the prices, I'm gonna jump ahead. I don't fucking care. I'm jumping ahead because we're already here. That null price for that pack makes fucking no sense.
yeah,
Somebody in the comments is gonna sit here and tell me, "Oh, that null is a new figure," etc., etc. Dorkside has that null for $21.99. So what does that mean? Does
Solo,
that mean
you know, they buy them ahead of time to sell solo.
Yeah.
to break it down. Break it down. Dorkside
so
is like the fucking. Very
so
drug
that-
dealer.
So that means that remolded, reused Venom is almost $60. Where are they getting these numbers from? It's so crazy.
To be somewhat fair, and I really play devil's advocate, the Venom does have those huge wings that are articulated or whatever, so that's where they try to justify some of the price.
True. And
both
as we all know, wings are a bath when it comes to Marvel
Yeah.
Legends.
Yeah, and I mean,
pretty
They're
much.
giving
You
you 3 figures, really.
that is
can-
very funny.
can we
Pretty much what
think
it is.
can we think of a figure that's on the shelves right now that's less than $60 that comes with a giant set of wings?
I wonder.
NECA, is
Wait.
that you?
Is this meme relevant again?
Don't look right now, Fabio. Your ex just walked through the door. She's got characters with big ass fucking wings.
She's got her
for
revenge
less
body
than
on.
$60.
What's
Like,
this
it's just-
bug-eyed
I
bitch
don't know.
doing in the car?
Yeah, like I wanna understand how we're supposed to accept. Like, I understand why they're doing it. I understand how they're doing it, but I want to understand how they think that we can justify paying. For me, that null pack is almost $100.
Well,
California tax
Yeah.
with the shipping. That's rough, man.
Well,
And-
it is.
to put it,
Well, real
It is
quick, to go back to your earlier point, Rick, as far as them, yes, the figures, for the price increase, the figures aren't coming with more as far as like accessories and hands and stuff like that, which is what we collectors, I guess, really want, right?
And what
But
they're
they are
and-
making those improvements that probably do cost more, like Russ is saying, photoreal tech, pinless joints.
But you know, you're leaving out that they it's not us assuming, it's them saying that that's what they would do. It's not me pulling this out of my ass or anybody in the
no.
comments. They specifically said we would get those things with the price increase, and we're not getting it. That's
Right.
also the
But I
issue.
think they've
And-
spun that to mean that you're not getting more, you're getting better. You know what I mean?
But are we?
Better.
Let the great example is
Meaning
that
bringing
is
it
that
up to speed with the rest of the industry.
no, but they're not. Look at that Star Lord. Look at that Tom Holland. Where does it? How is the money going to photoreal tech when those figures look like not the actors? I don't like. There is holes in this story. Like look at the Toad. Got half of it having pinless and the other half with pins. Like I'm still gonna buy this line. Don't get me fucking wrong. I'm gonna buy figures.
There it is.
Look at this. We got half pins, half pinless. I don't know.
And
I'm gonna
aside from that, it's just the aesthetic mismatch, where everything
Yeah.
else is this new, nice, wrinkled sculpt to it, and then we got just your typical like Spider-Man arms on here.
Yeah,
Funky
I'm
cap
gonna be
rearing his
buying.
head.
I'm gonna be buying some of this line, but I'm really gonna be choosy. And I've been buying Legends since Toy Biz has been around, so I have a lot of the missing pieces that some new collectors might not have. Like I don't have any sort of desire to complete this line, to be 100% with it in any way, shape, or form if this is the kind of product that they're gonna be making. Like that fucking what the hell's the build a figure of Thor? Cord?
Korg?
Like he can't even close his legs. He's like permanent splits. Like I don't know. It's rough, man. I don't think that we're getting what we should be at the price, and they're definitely not going to have a dedicated collector out of me because of it, at least.
Well, the answer for them is simple. In short, ladies and gentlemen of the board, costs are down, revenues are up, and our stock has never been higher.
Oh my god.
Well, I think the most important takeaway from all of this is do not direct your complaints towards the Marvel Legends brand team.
Yeah,
Don't
please
down,
don't. Yeah.
don't mention Dan Yoon and Dwight and Ryan. Just leave them alone. This is all direct your complaints directly to Vladimir Putin. Okay,
Mr. HasBRUH.
go do some journalism over in Russia, saying how he's bringing down the toy industry and raising prices, and just see where that gets you.
Yeah. And it's not even just it's not even
Again, HasBRUH is a publicly traded company. You could look up the board members. You could look up who the people are making
Find
these
their Twitter
decisions.
handles.
Yeah, and it's definitely not the Marvel Legends team making those decisions. They're not making any money from the fact that these are being raised. This is all coming from upstairs, and it's everywhere too. I mentioned in our podcast chat yesterday, but the Transformers Titan class figures, they're humongous. They're usually like 3 feet tall. I'm sure you've seen them. They take up a big space in Target. Within 5 months, those figures jumped almost $50. It's not just Legends. It's everything, and it's fucking rough, man. I feel sorry for every collector of every line because this is rough.
What I was going to say too was, again, just playing devil's advocate here. The Null and Venom set, technically, it's almost like getting 2 Build-A-Figures in one pack, though, because Null would be a Build-A-Figure. Null would be a Build-A-Figure under
Yes.
normal
No one would
circumstances.
be, because he's big as shit, right? Isn't it?
Right.
Or a deluxe figure on his own, even.
He's not big though. Oh no, I guess he is.
He's big.
Look
He's
at that, man.
not as tall as Surtur, but
No.
he's taller than your average Legend. I would say, what if Iron Man size? Maybe, I don't know.
You know what that no looks like to me? That no looks like $21.99 on Dorkside Toys right now. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That big figure is $21.99. I don't know.
And this
you got
Venom, other than the wings, Marvel Select did a great similarly sized Venom that's still pretty readily available. It's $25.
Hey, Fabio? What if I told you that Marvel Legends did the same Venom a year ago for $22.99?
Yeah.
It's rough, man. It's rough out here. I don't know. Like I said,
he was the gem out of that wave to try
He
to
was.
find. Yeah, it was $22.99 at retail though, for sure.
and I've said it once, I'll say it again. I understand why they're doing it. I understand how they're doing it, but I don't understand how they expect the collector to accept it and be okay with it.
You know, they gotta take some steps in the right direction, like real small baby steps. Pardon the pun here, but I did see somebody comment about the feet here and the toes on Venom, and if they wanted to do like a comic Venom, it should have just been the like foot. I don't know that he had the toe look in the King in Black shit. I don't think it was like that.
His toes are out for sure. And the old figure?
This is based on the movie figure.
Oh, the
This is
movie?
based on the movie
I
figure.
want
I'm
to say his
talking
toes
about
are out in the movie too.
from the comic.
Oh, okay. Probably not.
So I don't know that the comic Venom was like that. I don't think he
Well,
was.
they probably don't have like textured non-toed feet to match this sculpt, so that they are just reusing it to match the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. He definitely just had regular kind of comic triangular Venom feet.
Yeah, like see, like this pack, like more hands, and another head for Noel,
So no
like
head.
So no head.
some
He
more
does
head,
come with
man.
2, but yeah.
Like, how come Noel doesn't have any other hands? Like at this
Yeah,
price,
that's kind of whack. I don't like that they did the toe look for Venom. They should have, if they would have just changed that, even though it's not like just a separate foot. I think it's all one piece there with the leg. Yeah, that's whack. I don't like that.
I mean, the real answer for why he doesn't come with hands, fiscally, is because he's a whole new sculpt, and the budget went to a whole new sculpt. They can't afford to give us 2 inch and a quarter-inch fucking hands. I get it. I mean, I get it, but it's still.
And I get, like, maybe Noel isn't like this, I don't know, the mainstream super well-known character outside of comic fans. So I get not wanting to put him in a single card pack, packing in him with Venom with basically the recipe that a lot of people were doing anyway with that movie Venom and making it into a comic one. But I don't know, with as much feature as they gave him when they first revealed this at like HasBRUH PulseCon or whatever, and had the artist on here to talk about it, and we've known about this for like a year now, you would expect him to have that flagship character treatment and have him be a deluxe figure on his own. So to gatekeep him behind a 2-pack with a, essentially a figure that people already have a version of in their collection, I don't know. To inflate the price?
well, and not just that, but like I said, go on Dorkside and it's $21.99. It's not adding up. The math isn't right. And if Scott Steiner is any indicator, if things don't add up, then that spells trouble for you at Sacrifice. Shout out to Wrestling. Shout out to Wrestling Hound.
Shout out to Wrestling Hound. Thinking of you every
he's
day.
He's the only one that's gonna appreciate Scott Steiner's math.
I want to give a specific shout out right now to someone in chat, the OG, Billy Mahoney, saying HasBRUH was so preoccupied with whether they didn't stop to think if they should. Incredible.
What are you gonna do? Not get them? It's Marvel Legends. Come on, what are you, an idiot?
2 things I also want to address in chat. Bean 2099 brings up a really great point, and I have a rebuttal to that, or not a rebuttal, but to add on to it. He says if you're out here buying groceries, filling your gas tank, or trying to buy a home, you're facing the same price hikes across the board. Why would toys be an exempt? And I think the reason is because so many people view this hobby as an escape from like all these real world like difficulties and everything. A lot of people use this hobby as a way to escape and just not think about what's going on in the real world. So it just sucks extra just more when like all this shit just like starts invading your safe space, so to say. And
And we brought it up earlier, but if it was the other way around and HasBRUH had reported a loss and that things weren't looking good because of the economy, the pandemic, whatever it may be, add whatever sauce you want into that pasta. But if that was the case, I would understand. I'd be like, yeah, man, it fucking sucks, but like the world is in the shitter right now. Oh well, it's the opposite, man. They're making a killing, they're doing great, like. Not something they need to do, but it's something they want to do, and that's where we are now. There's nothing we could do but to either take it or leave.
True.
Well, Michael Johnson too is making a good point that I was kind of saying in our chat when we were first talking about this. As far as this line, Marvel Legends is essentially an adult collector line at this point, right? It always kind of has been.
Yeah, absolutely.
It started out. I mean, if you're our generation, I guess. You grew up with this line. It was your childhood line, and you've grown into it. Now you are an adult collector still adding to this line, right? Or you're an adult collector discovering it later down the line. So with that said, at these prices, they might as well go balls deep with it and make it a full-on collector premium line, And if we're to be believed that we at one point said we'd pay $40 for Legends, then make it worth that $40 price point. Compete with SHF as far as the amount of hands and the amount of accessories and all that stuff. It's time to stop towing the line between having this be a collector line versus a still accessible to children who maybe see it on the pegs while walking Target with their parents, Yeah,
and for all intents and purposes, it's still going to be on those on it's just going to be for the name, because it's still going to be on those pegs, it's still going to be on those shelves. Like, just charge us more, but make it worth what you're charging. With their amount of production, they could easily produce like incredible, like SHF level type figures for the price that these SHF are at, and we'd pay it if it's going to compete with that. It's definitely going to beat Mafex's price. They're fucking expensive as shit. Why not just go all in? This is already not accessible to children as it is. And not just children, let's take them out of the equation. Like, this isn't accessible to casuals anymore. Some guy that's walking around like, oh, you know what? I love Spider-Man. Oh, fuck. That Iron Spider-Man is over $40 after tax. Like, it's hard to justify at that point. Might as well go all in, man.
Yeah, this guy came there to buy bread. Like,
yeah, man. You know what fucking Jimmy? You know what Jimmy Casual is gonna do when he sees that $33.99 for the Iron Spider? He's just gonna go to Funko and just get something for fucking $8.
Exactly.
Oh, and that's the real crime.
If you're a casual collector who's just looking for something to spice up your work desk so your coworkers think you have a personality, You're not going to get a Marvel Legend to display on that. You're going to get a Popo Funk.
Listen,
exactly.
At this particular point, we asked for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been like,
I don't know that I asked for it.
We got a monkey's paw early when we asked for it.
No, what I'm saying is that, like, we kind of like turned this into a complete adult collector game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not targeted towards kids anymore. So they're like, all right, these are adults with jobs that have disposable income. All right, let's hit them in the fucking head. That's
Sure.
what it is, man.
It's part of that like 20 to 30 year cycle that just media goes through. Like, every 20 or 30 years, they just bring some shit back from when you were like a kid. Mm-hmm. Now that you have money, like, you're the target audience. They know that we will pay at this point.
It's funny that you say that, because HasBRUH just announced that they're bringing back a retro line.
Oh, yes.
Starting lineup is coming back, courtesy of HasBRUH Toys this time. Or maybe it was them last time too. I don't fucking know.
No, it was McFarlane before, wasn't it?
No, they had a McFarlane Sports Picks.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, starting lineup is the very old toy line. I just found a starting lineup the other day at the thrift, and I fucking left it there.
Real quick, people in chat are talking about a bunch of different stuff. Spidel says, on the flip side, complaining about Marvel Legends pricings, I've purchased most of mine at a discount, and I think a lot of people think like that like affects HasBRUH at some point. By the time they get discounted, those figures have already been bought by the retailer. Like, so the sales already show that they have been sold. So like, even though we see Eternals figures rotting on store shelves right now, like, the actual numbers on paper for HasBRUH is those stores have bought the product already. Yeah. It for all accounts and purposes, the line did fine.
These companies don't care. They made their money before those toys even hit the shelf. They made, obviously, their wholesale was paid.
Yes.
So it's up to the store now to get back that money they spent on the wholesale. Right now, as far as I know, every Target has those Eternals for $5.98.
Shits are still $22.99. A bargain.
Did we see a picture of? Did we see a picture of Venom's back?
Yes, there is.
They did show
around somewhere. I couldn't find it before this.
While you
just go on HasBRUH Pulse's website, it shows it, I think.
While you take a second look, Kyle House hit us with $10. Thanks
Ayo.
again. He said, to be honest, I've never seen a kid look at the Marvel Legends section and walk out with a figure. I 100% believe that they should go to the premium route. They can make premium figures that we would never get from other brands. I can see that too. Like we said, like, I will say that that's a double-edged sword for sure. Like, the reason the line, I would say, is so lucrative is because of these wholesale sales that they make with these retailers. Like, they line the shelf, like, at your Walmart and Target and, God forbid, Kmart, wherever you live. I don't know. I don't even know if they exist anymore.
I think they have like 2 or 3 stores left.
But, like, that's basically the part of their, like, financial plan that, like, keeps the lights on for this line, is just the amount of product they move to retailers, right? Like, if they did do a premium thing, they would, like, it could work for sure, and I think that's what a lot of us want in some way, shape, or form. But, like,
I don't think those wings are going to stay up either. My bad.
There's no question those things are not going to stay up. No.
Yeah, this looks like a Goliath problem right here.
But these are also renders. Anyway, real quick.
But you know what? To quote the best tortilla commercial ever, Pancho, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both? Why not both, baby? It doesn't have to be one or the other. We could have
That's true.
both, and you know, we could have a real stew going. Because right now, this is just broth.
What's the potatoes? What's the chicken?
Exactly. I'm thinking the protein. I think that's the premium stuff, man.
I think in a perfect world, like, what we have now would go out onto store shelves, and then they would have an option online only where you could buy the same figure but with more accessories, and they make those accessories, like, they do like an open pre-order for a premium wave version of that figure, and you get that like a couple of months down the road or like a year later or something like that, and it comes with more shit and you pay more for it or whatever.
I mean, they could even go the Mezco route and start doing expansion packs, accessory packs on there.
Absolutely.
I was just gonna say, I don't mean to be virtually scratching Fabio's back right now, but McFarlane on one Shartimus Prime's interview said that he plans on doing something like that. That you know, a lot of people complain that there's no guns, that there's no weapons, and that he is going to make up for that with some sort of pack. So if McFarlane is entering this fray of expansion packs, I think it's time that HasBRUH does the same. You know, give us little accessories that you would have given us with a figure in an accessory pack with a lot of weapons or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do.
And even, I mean, with even McFarlane in the conversation, even when he has a slightly higher price than his $19.99, whether it's like $4.99, like the She Spawn has ass loads of weapons to make it worth the $5 extra price tag, and you can give that to any of your. That is kind of an accessory pack in and of itself. You know, you can give all these weapons to any Spawn you already have,
or you know, even a basic figure that's at a higher price at $25.99, like the horse Build-A-Figure. You're building a fucking horse.
The extra, like the Build-A-Figure waves are usually $5 more because you're getting that piece, right? Which calls into question when he releases the same, you know, set in one box and it's $20.
$20 cheaper.
Okay, so that sucks. But when you're buying it at retail, the extra $5 is going somewhere, right? You're still getting basically the same amount of stuff, or even like the retro card. And I said this to somebody on Reddit who was saying that, like, you know, Mezco is expensive but also look cheap, and I'm like, yeah, I have the same feeling towards shiny painted plastic mass retail figures that have exposed joints and inflated price points, that extra $5 or so, just because it has nostalgia baiting retro or commemorative packaging, 80 years, 10 years, whatever it is, 60 years of Spider-Man. That's where that extra $5 is going towards, but not any actual, you know, because it's part of this program, like Preternia was saying, but not any actual, like, things in the product that make it better.
Yeah, there's no advancement.
Just its presentation.
Yeah, man. I agree, man. It's rough. I don't know. It's rough.
I'll say this harkens back to something you said earlier, Fabio, in defense of these new figures. You mentioned that these new anniversary figures have head sculpts sculpted by Paul Harding, but so have other regular ass figures.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. All of DC icons, for example.
And it was like Shardibus has said before, I've been going back and forth with people here and there on Facebook, hey, photo real tech, like is it? Because that Tom looks terrible. A lot of their scopes for actors look horrible. So I don't know where that tech is being used, but it's not on those figures, man. They're rough. I don't know. It's just it's a tough place. Like I said, I'm not giving up this line. I'm not burning it. I'm not like when LeBron leaves the team, I'm not burning the jersey in the trash can. But I definitely just can't. I can't be any sort of completist with this line like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. Like I said, I'm not like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like this shit's not an issue, but it's just, not an issue for me.
Yeah, but you see yourself buying less of other stuff, right? And you are mainly a Legends collector, but I don't know. Maybe you feel like you have to get less imports now or something.
Mhm.
Or it's
Like I
easier
said,
to pass on the Mezco than
I
it
have
was
been cutting
before.
back on imports anyway, unless it's something that's like really, really like I don't know, something that I really have to have, like the Sentinel Peter B. Like I really want to have a complete Sentinel Into the Spider-Verse crew because that's a premium quality figure. I think Sentinel is shitting on Mafex, and they have the posability that you really want from Marvel Legends, though. Uh, with the import figure.
And I would say
Marvel
most
Legends trying to
importantly,
get there. They're trying to get there. We'll talk about that in a second, but yeah, I don't mind spending the extra money for something that is actually premium in terms of the amount of accessories that you're going to get, the articulation, the look, the way it photographs. Marvel is
Yeah,
trying. Marvel Legends is trying to get that done, especially with the pinless tech. That shit looks a lot better when you photograph it. So it is what it
yeah,
is.
and that's another thing I wanted to mention. The best part about the idea of going full premium, of giving a real collector experience to your collectors, is that they don't even need to test anything. The proof is there. Mezco exists, Mafex exists, and
True.
they
True.
resell for stupid prices. So the proof is already out there. You don't even need to worry and wonder if collectors would do it, if that's something that they want, because the proof is out there. It's already being done. It's already being purchased. Like, I don't know. It would be nice. It'd be nice. I'd go for it. Those Mafex figures that are expensive as shit. They got a lot of issues. Boog has brought them up before. Those figures aren't perfect. And I'd rather spend not perfect money on HasBRUH if they could do it. But I doubt they ever would.
You just got to pick and choose. There's a lot of there are some things that are there are some gems with Legends where they
Yeah,
put out
there is for sure.
shit like, oh wow, this is different. This is different than some other shit that I bought. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they did that. We talked about price shift for a long time. Again, I'm gonna sit down with the team shortly. I'm still gonna try to throw in a couple price questions or whatever. I'm gonna try to get that out the way right at the beginning though, so we can get down to nitty gritty because literally like 80% of the we didn't really even talk about that shit. Well, I guess we'll talk about that next. But yeah, a lot of people are just talking about price. That has been the big thing. But yeah, they showed the Spider-Man stuff. The next thing they showed was the 2-pack. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Future Foundation inverted Spider-Man here. Nobody really gives a fuck about Spider-Man stuff now that they have kind of spoiled us. You know what I'm saying? With we don't want to see older bucks with new Spider-Man designs
Yeah.
and shit.
kind of wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough to get excited about this when in the same stream there's a clearly better, more desirable Spider-Man that's updated and doesn't have the pins showing. So.
Yeah, I mean, look at those
Correct.
pins, man. They just stick out like a sore thumb with this design.
Correct. So
Yeah, especially because by its design, it is opposite colors on both halves of the pin.
I don't really see the need to get this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
If
it's a
it's not part of
single.
Build-A-Figure wave, yeah, easy.
Right.
Sell.
It's an easy pass. If you don't want it, you don't have to buy it. Now, this on the other hand, I do want to update it silk in my collection. The head sculpt here looks very good. And she's in a 2-pack with Doc Ock, which I'm not happy about because while it is updated sort of deco as far as the color and a new neutral head sculpt, they didn't do anything different with the arms. They made it a point to mention that they didn't do anything different with the arms. There's no bendy wire or anything in there. And yeah, and if you want silk, you got to get another Doc Ock if you didn't, if you already had the first one. So another 2-pack, Amazon exclusive. And we
Yeah,
talked
talked
about the
about-
Hulk, the Venom already.
This
And then they
is-
got into the things that would be out with influencer reviews in the next 2 days following the stream. So they talked about the Spider-Man and Spinneret 2-pack, which I had for, I don't know, 2 weeks before this, maybe 3 weeks. I'm not even 100%
shit.
sure.
That's right.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks.
So yeah, I've had these for a while. I've had quite a bit of time to mess around with them, and yeah, I'm very happy with the Spider-Man figure, especially seeing it side by side with the 2020 retro carded version. It is a proper upgrade in terms of the pinless joints and the toe joints and stuff like that. And even Spinneret is pretty nice. You get some updated unmasked head sculpts. Obviously, I did a review on these two. It's up on the channel. Check it out. If you checked it out already, check it out again. So yeah, that was my review that I needed to have up at 10 a.m. on 4/20. Again, I talked about this a little bit.
Nice.
I talked about this a little bit in an update video that I put up yesterday. But it's a process to not only shoot your video but get it approved as well, and to follow the guidelines that they want to put out there in terms of how Marvel wants to display the stuff and how they want it to get it out there. So it took, even after I submitted the video, I was still editing it. I submitted the video where the edits that I would make wouldn't be anything new that they hadn't seen, just maybe like updated better things in there or whatever, until it finally got approved, like literally like the day before or some shit, or 2 days before or something like that. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the outcome. I did read all the comments on the video. It seems like most people were pretty happy with the outcome as well. But yeah, I do think this is a very good Spider-Man. Is it better than the Mafex Spider-Man? I think so, honestly. I thought the first release was better than Mafex. That was my
What are you
my controversial take on it. But I think the Mafex
steaming hot
is,
right now with that take, Bug.
yeah, Mafex is overrated. It's not better than the Sentinel
my
Spider-Man.
Well,
The
so for
Mafex
that,
has
I'll give you that.
terrible blue diaper. This has more appropriate line to where the red is like on the belt.
My major issue with the Mafex Spider-Man, the two major issues is the diaper shit, yes, and the sloppy kind of like line work that's not it's not consistent. You know what I mean? Like, it's looking at it now, it's not that great. Honestly, the Mafex Ben Reilly Spider-Man is the one that could rival anything else. But
Well, clearly,
the
that's
first
the newer one.
Mafex, yeah. But the first Mafex Spider-Man is kind of whack. No, it's not.
No.
I mean,
No.
you're putting a little too much sauce on that burrito, baby. I don't know.
it's
You're
not whack.
spicing yourself out right now.
It's not whack, but it's not. It's delicate. It's inconsistent, and there's QC issues across the board. These two figures, I pushed them to the limit. I bent them up. I did everything there was to do. It's a solid 2-pack. I will say that it's definitely worth it for Spider-Man alone. But the Spinneret is a nice little bonus. So I was pretty happy with the set. So that was that. My review went out on 420. Like I said, check it out if you haven't already. Then they talked about Lizard. They showed us the previous Lizard Build-A-Figure. This was the sort of like bulky, kind of hulked out version of Lizard. But then most people thought that we were going to get a new deco design for that same Lizard Build-A-Figure as a single carded release. But they went with the classic look here. And this is actually, honestly, one of my favorite things out of the stream.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this.
people were hating on it because of that fucking meme ass head sculpt.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That
It
meme
makes me
ass
want
head
it
sculpt
more.
aside. Yeah, this is dope as fuck.
It
This
makes
is
me
so
want it
sick.
even
Hilarious.
more.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
The head
Hilarious.
sculpt is so stupid. It's the best. It's ugly and bad in a good way, just like
Right.
that dumbass Woody face. Like
But
this is
you know
bad in a
what?
good way.
I'm pretty sure that Lizard showed up with this sort of like classic look in Renew Your Vows at some point. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah,
But
Boog, sometimes he's drawn really cartoony.
but
Even in the book.
this is also a ode to the like classic, like almost first appearance of Lizard as well too. So like
sure.
this is this is a good classic comic book sort of Lizard, and it also kind of looks similar to the like I said, I think he appeared in Renew Your Vows. Let's see, what's the first appearance of Lizard?
Amazing Spider-Man #6 says Coco in chat, maybe.
Go.
Who's gonna be the first person to do a meme picture where he has a cutout saying Drake?
Drake. He covered my whole
look at some of
flow.
these classic looks for Lizard. He was slender. He just turned into a lizard, got his arm back with where he was still able to fit his clothes. He wasn't like busting out of the clothes and shit like that.
Yeah, I
So-
know some of my friends were confused when they showed these side by side, being like, "Wait, so we're getting 2 lizards?" No, they were just showing the other one for comparison.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this with the look here, and it seems like this is all new, right? This
Yeah, pinless, double jointed sleeves, on the arms.
and there's those beakers that they teased a little while back too.
Look, he's got this might be the Toad maybe body because it has the crunch and the diaphragm and the wrinkles. I'm not sure, but
The wrinkles.
yeah,
Correct.
that's pretty. Yeah, pretty telltale. Yeah, this looks pretty good.
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line they still do a single carded version of the Build-A-Figure Lizard and just put a new head sculpt or something on it.
Yeah,
Fabio,
I didn't
Billy
think it was
Mahoney is correcting you right now, saying those are Erlenmeyer flasks, not beakers.
Beaker. Yeah, I mean flat. Yeah, sorry. Spoken like a true meth cook.
You know how many times he's watched Breaking Bad, pal?
and you know that we're like 80% of the way right here for a classic Bruce Banner as well.
Yes, I was thinking that. In fact, that was my guess for the tease at the end.
No,
Yeah,
the
there's
fact
gonna be
that
no-
Soft
there's
Goods
gonna be
makes me
no-
think it's for Beast.
There's going to be no picture of it, so you might as well mention it, Boog.
I've heard that too, but yeah, they said at the end Dwight was like folding up some shirts, and then he brought out a little tiny little like lab coat with soft goods, and they made it a point to mention, hey, these are soft goods. So
Fuck,
No, that's
coming
way too
at,
big, dude. That's got to be for Beast or something.
coming at fucking Mezco's head, pal. You happy now? You woke the beast. You woke the overcharging beast now, baby.
I'm maintaining that that's for Beast because if people are guessing Bruce Banner or Reed Richards, these are the pieces for it right here. It's not going to be soft goods for those characters.
Oh, two things I forgot to mention. One about the Venom and Null 2-pack. I forgot who said this, but somebody hit me up and was like, 100% we're about to get a Nihilus with those wings. I could see that for sure.
There you go.
And then shout out to Rosie Maker 1906. She said that her guess was Doc Samson for the lab coat, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah,
about to
that
be
could work. Yeah, because he's got to be jacked up. Probably.
Yeah,
for
he'll
these
be
arms.
jacked with the lab coat. But she said that it's about to be Hulk's 60th anniversary too. So
Professor Hulk.
I mean, it could just be the Doc Samson, or it could be I don't know.
Bendy
Oh.
wire tail too with this
Yeah,
lizard.
I was just about to say that. That was the other thing that we didn't mention. This is a Walmart exclusive that pissed a lot of people off. Clearly,
Yeah, I bet. Walmart sucks.
And $30 for this.
You don't have any Walmarts there, right, Bug? Where's the closest Walmart to you?
the closest Walmart now is like basically in like White Plains, New York, or Connecticut, or some shit. I don't know.
Oof. Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah,
They won't have shit anyway.
you'll drive all the way up there and be fucking pissed when you don't have nothing. Yeah. So this, like I said, I think this might have been my favorite thing out of the stream. But that was it. That was the end of the stream. Like I said, 420.
more. There's
I'm sorry. And then they showed the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, which was Shartimus's
Hell yeah.
reveal.
Let me tell you right now, this was my entry point into all this business.
Into Legends, huh?
This Spider-Man Classics and the battle damage with the part 4 of the Todd McFarlane run. These two.
I love that Ryan pulled out the fucking actual the actual carded Spider-Man here and shit. he's a big dude when it comes to carded figures as well as cards too, which is odd that they going for this whole like no window packaging and shit, because it's kind of Ryan shit, you know.
I was gonna bring this up earlier, but it makes sense now. Like, of course, we said earlier that none of this stuff comes from this team at all. These are all orders from higher up. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Can you guys kind of see like a little bit of sadness in their eyes when they have to say all this shit on air, like knowing that they think it's fucked up too? And especially this right here, like him showing this beautiful Spider-Man Classics packaging next to its modern. This is like, we are truly living in a dystopia. Like, it's fucking crazy.
For the most boring dystopia imaginable.
It's a wild side by side. You are absolutely right. It's like you having this like open floor plan house and then like moving into some fucking like 1 bedroom apartment and shit. I don't know. It's so yeah, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. This is supposed to be an ode to Spider-Man's first appearance. So we have the wings, which is something that people have been
It is and it isn't.
A Spider-Man for quite some time. A lot of all the hand options you want here. It looks like they reused those web effects from I think one of those PS4 Spideys or something like that.
Absolutely. Yep.
I thought this looked really cool, but a lot of people were upset that this didn't have the toe joints, even though it does have the penless tech.
Seems an easy foot swap, honestly.
I was just about to say that. You know what? Let me grab this
Like,
Spider-Man and let me.
Again, this is just one of those like they just showed us this thing and it's better, and then the thing they showed right after, could be that, but it isn't. And I don't know. I feel like I hope this isn't too far into production and they could just
100%. This is an easy lower foot swap. Now, will it match up? I'm not sure.
That's the biggest concern.
But definitely, you could definitely swap the feet from the Spider-Man and Spinneret Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ed too. He told me to break out the 12-inch Spider-Man. A lot of people were saying that this new Spider-Man from the Spider-Man and Spinneret 2-pack just looks like a shrunken down version of the old 12-inch Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I gotta break him out and do a comparison with that one.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, then it was the lab coat, or what looks like a lab coat. I guess that's what it is.
They just love showing science-y things for the final tease. We got some Erlenmeyer flasks. What are they called?
True. Yeah.
Right. They got a lab coat. Yeah, I don't know. Others, I'm sure.
So, like I said, that was that 420. 10 a.m. my review dropped. Funny little thing.
Marvel Legends Smoke Club over here.
They they actually posted up a bunch of pictures first on HasBRUH Post. This set of pictures of mine, they kind of fucked it up because it lost the momentum a little bit. I feel like because they posted up maybe 7 pictures of mine at first, and I think some people were making some wild comments and shit because one of the pictures was Spinneret surrounded by some villains and shit like that. So you know how nerds get. So they were saying all types of wild shit with that one. And also the last picture that they used was actually had a cutout in it. It was actually one of the cutouts from the House and Powers of X set that Brandon designed. And I was super surprised that they did that. And I think that was one of the reasons that they took that set of photos down, because it was basically a product that was being sold that had anything to do with HasBRUH. I'm thinking.
Yeah. How many Riley Reid comments was there on that Spinneret picture? Huh?
I was thinking Piper Perry, but yes.
For Perry too, yeah.
So yeah,
All
that
all
was getting a lot of momentum, and then maybe I don't know, a half hour after it being up, they took it down and then put up a more streamlined set of photos here, whatever. So that was kind of a bummer. But the overwhelming majority of the comments on here are just talking about pricing. It's literally just people not happy with the pricing increases. And then the next day, for 21, Shartimus dropped his review. I think his came out at about 1 o'clock Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was 11 a.m. Eastern time. And the overwhelming majority of the comments on his post are just roasting him personally. So I don't know what happened there.
It's rough, man.
But yeah.
Can't be easy.
It ain't easy.
Being cheesy. Who would know that better than me, huh?
Ooh, I think I see a Mezco stand right here. I think you might have just sold me on this figure.
Is that what I'm saying?
Nah, it's probably SHF.
I don't know, but a lot of people were
SHF.
a lot of people were not feeling the again, they talked about the prices and shit here, but people was personally coming after Shartimus, and people were not happy with these photos or the wings under the arms either. So yeah, I don't know. Did any of you watch the review?
I've not had a chance to yet, unfortunately.
I saw it.
What'd you think?
I mean, it looks good. I think, your typical Shartimus review. He went through the paces. He put it through that stuff. There was a stop motion at the end. I think anyone who had a problem with it just has a problem with him. The review was fine.
Okay. So yeah, that was that. I'm not I like this figure, but I do wish that it had that they would have went the distance and gave this figure the toe joints as well. But I don't know what it looks like. The wings are on here right in promo photos, but I think Shartimus might have put them on wrong. I'm not sure.
I didn't even notice that he put them on wrong until somebody said it, and I was like, "They're wrong." All right, I'd have fucked it up too.
Maybe
I don't know.
I guess, but I don't know.
I don't know what that. Yeah, that one picture that looks wild. It looks like it might be right there, but I don't know.
Probably the extended ones. I mean,
are these actual?
Not everybody can pose like you, Boog.
Are these photos or are these screen caps from the video?
Good question. I know he has the photo gallery at the end. Maybe Russ can chime in here and let us know, but I'm pretty sure these are photos. There you go. Yeah, so that is gosh darn it.
That was HasBRUH. There's that. Like I said, hoping to get some questions answered.
Well, we got some breaking news, and people are
and it's
DMing me
incredible.
While we're
Incredible
on the subject
news
of HasBRUH or Marvel, I guess.
I love how we were talking about exactly this. And
Holy cow!
pictures get dropped right as we finish the topic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
Is that a soft
You
You
Let's,
make that
keep
count,
that
bud?
same slanderous energy.
A classic Mafex Thor. Is this our first? Oh no. We are getting Iron Man. So this is our second Big Three member, right? From Mafex?
Yeah.
Yes,
Seems
sir.
so.
Look,
Listen, I've been waiting for a premium Kirby Thor for forever. So, some soft goods. I think I can make this work.
Is it Bendy Wire in the cape here?
There's no question.
Looks like it. And look, yeah, because you got the seam here, but it looks like velour. It looks like a juicy tracksuit.
I think this looks okay. I don't love it, honestly. I don't like the way the legs look.
oh my god.
Sorry.
Can't make this guy
If
happy.
anything, you're consistent, bud. I respect that.
I'm consistent with Mafex. I think they're overrated.
Yeah, I think they're doing that weird like floating joint in the middle. So this is probably going to be like some wobbly thing going on right here with the top of the ab.
Explain yourself.
You know,
what
but
is
the
a
problem
floating
is-
joint?
if
He
you
also
don't-
looks a little slender. We want a buff classic Thor, bro. Come on.
But
Yeah,
you know
maybe
the
right
problem
here.
is
Yeah,
that
he looks a
if
little
you
thin
don't
in the
do-
torso. I
if you
think
don't
he
do
needed
that
a little
floating-
more T shape going on up top. Still fire,
You don't,
honestly.
if you don't do that floating crotch piece though, the articulation does get hindered. It's rough, like with the type of plastic that they use, they can't do what you guys are suggesting they do. You'd have to use like it sounds like an insult. I really am not meaning to fucking insult the shit out of HasBRUH today, but they have to use really cheap plastic like HasBRUH if they do things like that.
Yeah, it works better with a softer plastic that they offer. But when it comes to a lot of import lines like this where they use like a harder ABS, it doesn't rock like that, unfortunately.
I also think the colors on his boots are a little muted too.
Maybe a little. Yeah.
Boots in the
Like the
belt.
hair could be. The hair, I think, is definitely a little flat.
This
Maybe
shit looks whack,
just-
man.
What are we doing here?
It's whack.
What are we fucking
This
doing
shit
here?
Yeah, what's
It's a
going
fucking
on?
Classic Thor for a premium
Yeah, it's
import line.
But I think
These
looks
guys,
whack.
all of
these
this,
two,
I think the color stuff we're
specifically,
noticing here, I think these
these
are
two
magazine skin.
individuals.
So these are probably not the super high res pictures that were really illustrate how bright this will be.
This shit looks whack. Where did this picture come from, though?
Lago Fig sent this to me.
These are always in like magazines and like they.
Put it
Yeah,
in
put
the,
out-
put it in the
magazine.
chat so I could, so I
what
could post it
universe?
up.
What universe did the Hadron Collider send us to this time?
I don't know, right?
These two
Where
guys
are we?
Turn
have
that thing
been-
on again. Where are we?
These two guys have been asking for a classic Thor. For what feels like forever, they get one. It looks fine. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know what
looks
they're
good.
talking
It does look good. Don't get me wrong. I do like
Put the picture by itself in the chat.
It's in there. Oh,
there,
by
it's
itself?
there.
Oh, no, never mind.
Hang on.
Yeah. I'm not really in love with the. I wish he had a little more meat on those thighs.
Explain that.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I didn't say in between his thighs.
Oh, this is an interesting method.
Yeah.
The way
Well,
that
he already
they're
has a
doing
hammer.
the-
It's in his hand, Boog.
the way that they're doing the hammer is really interesting. I've never seen anybody do it like that.
This guy real erotic, real fast.
He's got. Oh, okay. So these are alternate hands that have the handles attached.
Yeah,
Interesting.
crazy. Kind of dope.
Oh, this one looks like it has like a hook to put it on his belt or something.
Very nice.
Oh man.
Interesting.
You think that handle's a little too long?
Here we go. What are we doing?
I think it looks long because it has the strap on the bottom.
Is this a
There's also steel.
This guy, Boog, you sound like a certain reviewer right now. You're talking about handles?
You're talking about musculature and anatomy next?
I love
We
it.
talking about practice?
Practice.
Hey, this steel though.
Let's talk about John
Oh,
Henry
that's
Irons.
steel, man.
Now this hammer.
Put the hammer down
Looks
twice.
long.
That's a very big hammer.
Oh, this steel
I don't know. He
is
doesn't look like
something
I remember him
fucking
from
else.
Superman and Lois, so I think I'm gonna have to tap.
Oh my god. Bro, he's double wielding this hammer, no problem. This is dope. This is crazy.
We were just talking about it like the other week. Me and a couple of friends were like, "Where the fuck are these pictures for for Steel? Where are they?"
Yeah, they showed the chess piece like a month ago.
Yeah.
And nothing ever came of it until today.
Hell yeah.
Good of them to do different blast effects than what came with Superman, like the rocket boot effects.
Yeah, this
And
is
they
fire
did.
too, man. I gotta have both of these boys, man. Oh no,
I like the folds in the cape here. This looks fucking good.
man. I'm liking it.
What kind of material would you say these soft goods are, Fabio? How would you describe them? Velveteen dream? What's going on?
This looks more like a crushed velvet than a velour.
It is a moment.
That's crispy.
I do love when we doing our 1-2 and then we get like breaking news and shit though. It almost feels like we real journalists, you know?
Yeah, we got
can dream.
breaking news. We're in the middle of a mother who organizes a food drive for her neighborhood, and we're like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here! Breaking news! There's a car chase right now in the greater Los Angeles area."
This still looks really good.
I don't know. I'm still looking at this store, man. I'm not in.
We're not talking about Thor no more. Let's
I'm
rejoice
trying to
with Steel.
justify it, bro. I can't.
Fat Man hit us with collectively $7. He says, "Any updates on Mofex Steel? When did you send this? I want my Mofex
Literally,
shack
like
now."
right before I pulled it up.
You
Oh
know
my
what?
God.
You know what's gonna be wild? I would not be surprised if in the final images and shit like that they have a little frog packed in with this store, just because it wouldn't
Pretty
make
dope.
any sense, and they do that shit sometimes.
That'd be dope. I dig it.
I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so yeah, Steel. This looks okay.
Oh my god.
I know I don't fuck with DC like that.
So
So
there is no policing you.
That is true.
I'm honestly
That
just
is
so
true.
glad that Return of Superman is getting, all this love right now, because that is like the era of Superman that I grew up with. Mullet
Yeah,
Superman, the superior
Eradicator.
Superman. I'm so sorry, everybody, but it is.
Yeah.
serious Superman.
I can't wait for the rest of them. Eradicator, Superboy. This is gonna be fucking sick.
Superboy is gonna be hard for me to resist for sure. That is literally like I thought I was Superboy when I was a kid. If not Spider-Man, then super cool glasses and leather jacket Superman. Superboy.
Before Fabio was ever racially ambiguous, he was Superboy.
Yeah, that leather
Batman
jacket
also
picture of
says-
mine and that photo set, I was fighting the urge to put a Superman t-shirt underneath it.
Should have
You
done
know what's
it.
funny is that when I saw you in that shit, I was like, he's on his Superboy right now.
That's it. Don't call him the Metropolis Kid. Fat Man goes on to say, "I want my Mofex shack now."
Oh my
Yo, that'd be sick if they did them like LeBron and stuff. Yeah.
Incredible.
That's going to be
Right.
swap day one.
I'd cry, and you know what's crazy is that obviously they're never gonna do it. Let's not fucking kid ourselves here. But if they ever wanted to, Shaq would let them do it for free. No question. No fucking
would.
question. You don't even gotta ask. That fool is so obsessed with himself and with that movie.
And with Superman, yeah.
You know how many times he's brought up like, I was the original superhero. Let's get this straight. Like he does that all the time. He brings up that terrible piece of shit movie all the time, and he's like, "Yeah, but I was ahead of the game." he does it all the time.
Can we get Shaq in Static Shock, please?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who would he be?
Shaq Dick Shot.
No, he showed up as like
Shaq Dick Shot.
he showed up as a guest star on Static
Yeah.
Shock. So if there's a Static Shock line, we need.
You know what? Then at that point, if you do that, then you have to do the other celebrity guest, Romeo. Lil Romeo,
Please.
Of course.
to be exact.
I'd love it.
We also
Then
need the
it was-
racist dad.
We need the racist dad. That it's crazy that clip of the racist dad blew up to like millions of views on TikTok.
I know.
To whoever the fuck posted, I was like, "What the fuck?"
'Cause
I was like,
there's
this
a
thing has like
message,
6 million
Rick.
views. I
TikTok's all about
was just
spreading
loving.
messages.
I was loving the fact that Static Shock got a video with 6 million fucking views, whether it be racist or not.
That show was so ahead of its time, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what other show has Lil Romeo as a guest star, and then changes the theme song to be sung by Lil Romeo. Nobody, baby, nobody you know.
Rolled out the red carpet. God.
Rolled out the red carpet for Lil
pretty funny.
Romeo.
But hey, let's talk about pricing here, right?
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
No, I'm not even saying it in a funny way. I'm just saying like what you're getting here for your money. We talking about basically double in the past, almost triple the price of a Marvel Legends for a premium figure with several interchangeable hands, few different head sculpts, soft goods, more expensive plastic, good articulation. Is this worth $100?
Yes.
Is Thor that they
100%.
just showed worth $100?
Yeah.
No question.
There's absolutely no question, and no disrespect to anybody that loves Hasbro, but like when I see a $40 Toad, and for like 40 more bucks, I could get this fucking steel. There's no way. Like I almost think so. Like first of all,
Yeah, if you just don't buy 3 Toads, you have the money for this Mafex steel.
Let's address the fact that it's $100.
Or you don't buy them.
It's $80. But I understand shipping is very real. But like, let's talk about the other side of the coin when guys that live overseas have to import Marvel Legends. Or even people here have to buy Marvel Legends off a Hasbro Pulse or whatever. There's still shipping included in there, but that's never included with the price when talking about, Marvel Legends either.
Yeah, what? One thing we never brought up. Could you imagine what the fuck Canada's gonna have to pay on Legends now? But Canada's gonna have to pay on that null pack. Yeesh.
That's what I meant to bring up. The overseas prices. Somebody had put a comment on my video that it was like $108 or some shit for the 2-pack or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Ooh, there's no fucking way, bro. There's no way.
It's wild.
Trevor's saying these are 75 to 80.
Yeah, they retail for 75 to 80. And like depending on when you buy them and where the value of the yen is compared to the US dollar, you can get it for even cheaper. So like
the other day I paid for my Ami order and the yen was so bad that I saved like $20 within a week. It was crazy.
Yeah, when I paid for my Boji, he was like $40 shipped. What the fuck?
That's fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
What's going on, Japan? Open your border.
It's wild. Like, so I would say, just for brevity, when discussing like imports, we really shouldn't factor in like a shipping cost with them. So like saying that Mafexes are $100 is a little what do you call it? Misinformative, unfortunately. That being said, for $70, do I like for $80 on the high end, for $80, would I say this is worth it? I would say yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
Even at $100, even at $120, I still think it's worth it. I don't know.
120 is kind of.
This is where nostalgia also plays a factor, because I'd rather have one $80 steel than 4, from the era of Superman that I grew up with, than 4 McFarlane of like a modern DC line.
I agree. No, he's doing great stuff right now. I'll give him that. He's doing some good stuff right now, but I'd agree.
But who's done steel? Nobody's done steel.
Exactly. Nobody's fucking doing steel, man.
Whoever had it
good.
in the 90s when it was like the current toy line.
And it's not even just the steel. It's what it calls into question. Like, oh, then fucking we're getting the rest of the storyline too. We're getting Eradicator. We're getting fucking Superboy. Like, I can't believe it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm honestly shocked right now that they did him before they did Superboy. That's what's crazy. I would imagine they would have done Superboy first. Shout out to Lago for getting me Superman. That figure is incredible.
I would imagine they do. I mean, yeah, they've done the black suit Superman, but I would imagine they do a regular Superman from that line, because the Superman we have now is the Hush, like the
it's
plastic
the Hush
blue and yellow.
Yes, sir.
Just take the head off of Black Suit Superman. You got your mullet suits right there.
Right, and it would
black suit.
fix a lot of what people didn't like about that Hush Superman, is that it had those kind of muted colors. People wanted the bright yellow and the bright red and stuff. And then it would be a different head sculpt, because it wouldn't be the Jim Lee one. It would just be basically the maybe different expressions, but the mullet head.
So mullet head.
So mullet head.
So no head.
Mullet head, please.
Yeah, these two are
Mullet
dope.
Superman. The ultimate Superman is the ultimate.
It is not lost on me or anybody else that they showed off 2 figures with hammers, capes. Fantastic. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
This is just this is genius. This is genius. Is all I could. There's no other word to describe it.
Such synergy. Wow.
Oh, wow. How about wow?
I will say the last thing I'll say about this in terms of what we were talking about before is like when we were talking about what we would love from a premium HasBRUH line, is literally it. Like better plastic, soft goods, more head sculpts, more hands, more accessories, and what I think is like the ultimate like value in terms of these figures like MOFX and SHF and import figures is just the articulation scheme is just a little higher than what domestics offer right now. Like I've been saying it forever, like right now where domestics are, especially with the Lightning Collection offering drop down like hip joints, that's a step in the right direction right there for sure.
We also forgot to mention that with Toad. Toad is going to have those as well.
He will, absolutely. That's a great step.
Spider-Man has that as well too.
That's true.
Nice.
I think the last piece of the puzzle for sure for domestic figures is if they incorporate the same philosophy of articulation with shoulders. If you can move your shoulders up and down on domestic figures, I think that's the last thing they need. Because like it kills me when I get like a Spider-Man figure or something, anything where a character has their arms up like this and I can't get them to go like this. They're always like this. Like their shoulder doesn't extend up. That to me is where like the value in like import figures go, because they always have like a drop up or a drop down type of shoulder joint, like a free range butterfly almost. It's not just like back and forth. It goes up and down too. So that's where I really find the value in these. And then the quality of plastic, I do prefer ABS over like a softer plastic, but that's not to say I don't like softer plastic too. I really like, Marvel Legends plastic and whatnot.
Yeah, but that is a wide complaint, is that kind of gummy plastic. Like I saw a review of, I don't think it was Poc Photos, but shout out to Poc Photos, who did a great review on Spider-Man 2099 from Mezco. He had it wasn't his review, but another review of that had it compared with the Marvel Legend, and the reviewer couldn't even like stand the Marvel Legend by itself. They had to hold it at the feet because like the plastic was so gummy that it had like bowed at the legs. They couldn't stand the Legend next to the Mezco.
That is true. But to play devil's advocate,
Mighty Buck, I think.
To play devil's advocate, that kind of stuff really does have a lot to do with climate control and climate change between like.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I didn't want to say, but it's a New
stuff.
York-based reviewer, so I think their climate is just fine.
Well, true, but like in terms of like what do you call it? Like
it could
transportation.
It could just be the climate of wherever he's storing his fucking figure too.
That's true.
Well, all that to say, like that stuff affects the type of plastic that a lot of domestic lines use, but that doesn't affect ABS at all. Once ABS is set, that's it, unless you like heat it up to like 100 degrees or some shit like that.
And everything has its pluses and minuses. With Legends. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I was gonna say they almost never break. You can fucking throw them out the window, they'll be fine. But the cost is that the plastic is very rubbery, and that the sculpt doesn't really come out because of it. And then with ABS, obviously, it's much more delicate. Boog said it earlier with his Spider-Man. It can be really delicate, and that's like the trade-off with the scope coming out better, and with the range being better. But everything has its pluses and minuses.
Yeah, and let's not forget that the main reason the plastic is like that is because these are for kids. You don't want to give kids like hard, sharp plastic. They could like cut themselves and poke themselves in the eyes and stuff with like a flip hand. Like, nah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, man.
And yet Todd McFarlane is marketing to that 10-year-old boy, because that's what he said in Russ's interview, right? He's like, I'm trying to say this like a 10-year-old boy. What does a 10-year-old Todd McFarlane think is cool, or whatever he said.
You trying to drag Todd back down in the mud, bro.
No, I actually said that because I wanted to bring up Billy's comment from earlier when we were talking about it, because obviously there is the whole thing that he said about female figures turning kids into serial killers, and yet he wants to release straight up weapon packs as if that's not going to do anything to influence, kids or whatever. Maybe to
guns
join the
don't kill
military
people.
where you can be a licensed serial killer or whatever.
You
But
turned into a Republican overnight, man. What the
hey,
Oh,
it's almost like
don't tread on me, Fabio is here.
as opposed to let him in, Rick over here.
Yeah, let them in. Let them
Yo, if you want to see
I think I'm good at irony.
just a really, really quick political thing, I watched the hearing with Marjorie Taylor Greene today.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Comedy. Check it out.
I'm too busy following this Johnny Depp trial.
Oh
shit
my
is
god!
crazy.
I didn't really watch any of that shit, but I saw like a quick reel, I guess, of like some of the highlights from it, and I was cracking up. Very funny.
That was the one
So
where he's
this is
just
the
being
document.
like hella smart
This is the,
and stuff.
Yeah,
The lawyer. Yeah, that's all that too.
this is the document that you signed, Mr. Depp. He asked that. He asked that like 10 times.
Where
For the 10th time, yes, I signed that document. I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows this is the document that you signed. He just looks at the camera like, what the fuck is going on?
Or they're trying to nail him over like having weed in his studio or something. And he's just like,
It's
yeah, I live in
cocaine, first of all.
California.
This is in fucking Texas, pal.
the funny part was when he was trying to quote Depp as saying something to the effect of,
Yeah, some sexual shit.
yeah, it was some sexual shit about a throat or some shit like that.
Kept
John-
on making
that was
him
like-
read it.
Yeah, he was like, "Can you read that again?" Fucking courtroom was cracking up.
Or when he's trying to like very carefully and properly find the words to say, she did doo-doo on my pillow.
That was a thing.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why
Yeah,
they
she-
call her Amber Turd.
She shit on his bed.
Yeah, she pooped on the bed.
Not the shit in the bed.
Oh, I did not know that intentionally.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know anything about this whole thing. I just know that it was like some toxic, abusive situation between
With
the
Yeah.
vengeance in her bowels, she
two.
let loose on the Depp bed, man.
And then there was that clip of like they played an audio clip of her being like, I didn't punch you. Okay, I was only hitting you. Like some classic gaslighting shit. fucked up.
Master class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she finally admits it. She's like, yeah, so what? I hit you with a closed fist. I'm a girl. It shouldn't hurt you. Be a man. It was like, what the fuck, you
Unreal.
crazy bitch?
The fat man, he's saying the best part was like the lawyer was like, this is the dog, but like they compared, she was trying to blame it on the dogs, and they have like Johnny Depp was saying they have like 4-pound teacup Yorkies, right? So then the lawyer had to hold up a picture of like, this is the dog's poop. This was the poop on the pillow. It is clearly not of this creature.
You know,
The
can you
poop
believe
is
they
the
held
size
up
of the dog
photos
itself.
of human feces in court?
Yeah.
Pertaining this case.
Just a lot. I mean, anytime doo-doo is involved, I mean, the primal instinct takes over, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah, once again, the world truly ended in 2012. We are living in some sort of simulation.
It hasn't been the
This is
same
not
since
real.
Harambe, dude. I don't know what it is. It really was Harambe that kicked this whole thing off.
100%. So I guess we're officially in the after show. I did have
Yeah.
Community on here. I think we'll save that for next week to have like a big type of blowout. There's a lot of news.
Yeah.
And this is going on for a while. I do have a bunch of pictures saved. So if you're posting this week and it was hot, chances are I saw it and I have it saved. So we'll get a chance to look at those next week.
Yeah, here's what to take away from that. Next week, you're gonna find out if Pancho thinks you're hot.
Oh my god!
You gonna get swiped left or swiped right?
Hey, you never
Stay
know.
tuned.
No. You might wake up with a little turd on your pillow.
Oh my god! Did
Oh,
the Tooth
no.
Fairy leave you something
Honestly,
extra special tonight?
That's so messed up, dude. I would rather wake up with a dismembered horse head in my pillow than poop.
No, at least it's cinematic. You know?
Yeah, at least it's an homage.
An homage.
Real quick, I want to get through some super chats real quick we got throughout the show. Earlier in the show, let's see, Zarik Qureshi hit us with $5 with a little heart emoji. Thank you so much, man.
An absolute legend. Thank you for the heart emoji. If I could, I would poop heart pillow emoji you back.
Like the horse, like the cow from Bob's Burgers.
Oh baby.
Let's see. Another super chat. Judo Boy hit us right after his great super chat saying that I wanted $30 Legends. He also hit us with, quote, "To be honest, I'd pay $40 for a Marvel Legend any day of the week," end quote. A.C.B.A. podcast.
That's
Dash Wayne
everyone
Gretzky.
here.
That's Wayne Gretzky. Incredible. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the super chats.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
And Dragon Eyes also reminding us that with the whole Amber Turd situation and now Ezra Miller getting arrested twice in Hawaii, it's clear that the Reverse Flash is just out here besmirking Ezra Miller's name,
destroying
just
lives,
running roughshod all over the Big Island.
Absolutely. If there's any takeaway, it was me, Barry. It was me.
Your Honor, to be fair.
What the fuck is going on with Ezra Miller?
Telling you, Eobard Thawne. He's fucking it up. I don't know what's going on with him personally. He's fucking it up. For sure.
And how about that TikTok for that person at the party where they seen him?
I was responding to a message, but were you referencing that little like meme shit that came out this past week with the "It was me, Barry" thing?
Oh, it's been weeks.
Was me,
This is the
Barry.
second time he's done some. I mean, maybe even third, but second in Hawaii.
No,
How crazy?
I'm not talking about that. I saw somebody sent me a really funny, inappropriate.
Oh, it was me, Barry. I jerked you off at supersonic speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've referenced that on this show multiple
Oh,
times.
yeah, we talk about it all the time. So
I
anytime
mean,
a
Barry.
Flash actor does something wrong, well, obviously.
Oh no, I never. I had never saw that before. Like 2 days ago. Fucking hilarious.
It's crazy that person hanging out in Hawaii at a fucking bar. While the news is playing that Ezra Miller was arrested in Hawaii, she turns the camera and Ezra Miller's talking to like 2 old women.
I saw that.
Fucking sipping on a pina colada.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, this guy gotta get the fuck off this island.
You're surrounded by water. What are you gonna do? Say no?
Hey,
Might as well. Dragon Eye 69 says Ezra Miller is having an existential crisis.
He's
He's having an existential crisis on Infinite Earths.
Macho, God dang it!
Let's go.
now the question is, when is he gonna have his final crisis?
All right, that's it. Who picked up something? Let's get out of here.
Incredible. I got a bunch of shit actually. I got Hot Toy Spider-Man, of course, super
You've been
great.
playing with him the whole time. What do you think?
I love it. It's great. I don't know. For a Hot Toys, it's great. It's one of the best like Spider-Man Hot Toys I have. I just always feel like Spider-Man Hot Toys, I should be able to do more shit with them. You know, it's crazy when I feel like I could push Mezco Spider-Man figures more than a Hot Toy Spider-Man figure. So that really says something. But of course, like the reason I get a Hot Toy is because like it looks immaculate. So it is what it is. I know what I'm getting myself into.
Mm-hmm.
I got that. What else did I get? I got a bunch of stuff on the way. I found some those Buzz Lightyear figures are hitting store shelves right now. And a lot of those figures, especially like Zurg and like the Cyclopses, can just be used as like regular villain fodder. So like I picked up like a bit like one of those super huge like 1/6 scale like Zurgs. He's like tall. He's like maybe like 12 inches or something. I thought that was the only Zurg available. I was actually going to turn him into a Sigma from Mega Man X. But then I realized that like a regular shorter 7-inch one exists. So kind of stuck with that other one.
Yeah, just go return it, fool.
And then I picked up more Naruto's from that line.
You found them?
I found some, yeah. I found
Lucky
2
son of
more.
a gun.
No, I found 4 more. I got one from Jonathan in Plastic and Paint. Big shout out to him. And then the day those came, I found 2 more in my Target, and I was like, oh shit. And then last night I found 2 more. So I have my team of 5. That's all I really want.
Oh my god.
And
I got nothing. I paid for stuff. Has not arrived.
same.
Oh, you know what? I did get something, but I returned it yesterday.
What was
I
it?
went. I was on 5K Toys, and they had. You've probably seen it. The Jungle Howl, that like third-party wolf.
Oh yes, I've seen
Put
it.
up, yes. So I got it, and then I got like the 002 deluxe version because they were out of the standard version. They sent me the 003 Snow Wolf standard version, which is like a $30 difference.
Wow.
So I emailed them and said, if you don't have the deluxe of the one I actually ordered, then I'll just take the refund. They're like, no, we still have it. So like, I would have been honestly fine with it if they'd sent me the deluxe of the Snow Wolf. I would have just been like, whatever. But because they sent me the standard and I paid deluxe, I was like, So I returned it, and they said they have it in stock, so hopefully they send it back. They ship out of LA. I got it like next day. It was crazy.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. There's nothing better than when a company's shipping warehouses in LA
Mm-hmm.
can get here lightning speed.
Yeah, dude. So hopefully that expedites my return and exchange process as well. And that's all.
Well, I ordered something from
What's
5K Toys last week, and it won't get here till next week. So,
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
fuck you
my
from the East Coast, I guess.
What'd you get?
I got Dragon Ball figs. Like, they had the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta that comes with the Ultra Ego head. All Greek to you, I'm sure. But
So Ultra Ego
No,
head.
that's Vegeta's version of Ultra Instinct.
oh, there we go. God damn, I love this bit so much.
Fucking, he's doing something. Huh? You got a new roommate that's like really into anime? What's going on? Fuck,
Wow.
Where are you getting this?
I do, but he spends 99% of his time with his girlfriends.
Oh my god, he's a fucking anime nerd and he has a girlfriend. This
Incredible.
is a rarity.
Incredible. I got that. I initially missed out on the first Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and they did 2 figures. They did a regular release of a Ultra Ego figure, and then a regular release of a Super Saiyan 3, and then they just said, this is dumb, and then they just like packed them together, and it just comes with an extra head sculpt. So I got that, and then I got a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta by Kong Studios also, because I've been meaning to get that for a while.
Fucking Kong Studios.
So I got that. I really don't know if there's anything else. I really can't. I can't think of anything. This whole week has been like
Been a blur, eh?
a blur. And then it'll continue in the next week. So
Poor son of a gun.
I don't know. It is what it is. What about you, Rick? You get anything cool?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I got fucking shout out. I was gonna say it earlier, but I didn't want to harm your momentum. Jonathan Riley, help me out.
Oh, my friend, the Mighty 25.
Looked out for me too. Shout out Mighty 25, aka Jonathan Riley, aka Mighty 25. He got me one of those Narutos as well. Still can't find that thing. I talked to the Target employees. Exactly, it doesn't exist. It's fucking worse. They're
If I find any more, I'll send them to you.
Thank you, good sir. He's like, I don't think we actually sell this in the store.
Yeah, you're
I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, pull it up for me online. And it doesn't come up online. I was like, huh. Okay, so it doesn't sell online. It's not in store, but it scans. Okay. Awesome. And I just walked away and, fucking lived my life. It sucked. Yeah, but shout out Jonathan Riley. And then Plama Warrior. Shout out Plama Warrior. He hooked me up with regular Naruto. I don't even find that. I'm not even finding that even.
Oh, the Shippuden one?
Even that. Yeah, just the regular one, the Shippuden one. I got that one too. They're both fantastic, and I cannot believe that they're fucking $10. It's really something else. I picked up those McFarlane Reavers.
Ooh, nice.
Ultramarine Reavers. Man, what is he doing? Why are those so well articulated, but so strangely bulky? Like, what is he doing?
I was gonna say those figures are praised for being some of the most well articulated figures that he's ever done.
Yeah, and it's so strange because it's his bulkiest one that he does, and it's like, I don't like if this is what you can do. Why isn't this the way that you do ab articulation all the time. Like I don't
It's crazy.
understand.
I actually
Yeah,
have 3 of them in this box right here. I just haven't opened it yet.
Oh, the Reavers?
Yeah. I got
Oh,
like
dude.
I got Reavers in there, and I got some Lightning Collection figures in there.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. I I don't know how many I want to get. My Target has like fucking I want to say like 6 of them. And yeah, I'm really tempted to go get the rest of them. They're just so good at $20. Like, man, it moves better than most. I swear this isn't. This is turning into a HasBRUH Bash show, but it
God
moves
damn.
like
Rick,
it
when will it
articulates
stop?
better than like an 80% of the HasBRUH BAFs, and it's like really clunky, but it works so well. It's so crazy. I don't know. They're great. I have nothing but good things to say about that figure. I wish McFarlane did more of it. I don't understand why. And anybody who's bought any DC figure from McFarlane, you know that one of their biggest downfalls is the terrible ab crunch. I just don't understand how this big ass clunky behemoth of a figure has such an incredible ab crunch, and everything else that he doesn't. I don't know. It's very strange. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you guys see them, do not hesitate. For $20, they look sick. They're
For
awesome.
$20.
So
For
God.
$20, brother.
What a great
Um,
call.
and oh, I came up yesterday. I came up yesterday. You know, another little feather in the hat of the Goodwill saga. I found the fucking Venom Pool wave at my Goodwill.
Oh my God, I saw that.
Yeah, that was nuts. I just walked in and I was like, huh, somebody stole all the bats and they sent them here. So I got the Venom Pool wave minus Venomized Miles Morales for the fucking $5 a piece.
Damn.
Were you actually trying to build that Venom pool?
No, thankfully not.
I need one of those figures.
Oh, which figure?
The Phage, I think, is for my nephew.
Phage, yeah, the
Your
yellow.
nephew is a big fan of Phage.
Well, he needs it just to complete his Venom pool.
Oh no, it doesn't have the pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat. They're all. That's why they were at Goodwill, basically. Like I'm sure somebody returned them at Target,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
just yeah, and they were just like, oh fuck this, they're salvage. Like somebody
I
stole
mean,
shit.
he does still want the figure too, but I mean, he's trying to complete his bath.
Yeah, let me know. Worst case scenario, if he changes his mind, I'll sell you that Phage.
Okay.
That's
but
rough. You
yeah,
didn't get the Miles. I think the Miles is a standout from that wave. To be quite honest,
I know
You know what?
it kind of sucked.
that Miles is awesome.
Yeah, that Miles is dope. I was kind of hoping that it was there. I like.
It's a rested figure for sure. Yep.
I know that like usually they're really cool with me, but I know that they were really annoyed with me yesterday
I love it.
because they kept walking by, going like, "How you doing, bro?" And I'm like, "Good," and I'm just there hanging out because I was really hoping that like another cart would come out with Miles. And every time a cart came out, like I would look through it and I wouldn't see Miles, and I'd be like, "Fuck, fucking shit, there's no Miles here." Yeah, but I never found Miles. I got them halfless. I honestly never thought I would own that disgusting Morbius, but at that price, why not?
Hey, why not? You're a
Yeah,
collector,
why
right?
not?
Why not?
Yeah, hey, you're a collector, aren't you? Yeah, why not? And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I bought anything else. A very successful week.
Well, yeah. What about you, Boog? You get anything?
I got Spider-Man spin around.
Incredible.
Haha! Team early, baby.
Yeah, I got the Hulk that I showed at the beginning of this stream, which I just opened, and I think it's a great Hulk. I mean, it's the same Hulk that we've been getting with the Paul Harding heads and the little Rocky base and those extra accessories. But for whatever reason, the deco on the pants is a little different too. But yeah, for whatever reason, this is probably my favorite out of those Hulks, maybe except for the Red Hulk, I guess. What else did I get this week? Oh, shout out to Moises Chavez, I think, sent me
Chavez,
some
yeah.
more of these Eternals figures. They
So who are you
were
missing?
on clearance. I need the ones that you got for me, and then I think I'm only missing Sprite at that point. I think.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say my targets have everyone except for Sprite.
Are they 5 at
I
your
didn't know-
target, Rick?
Yeah, they're $5, man. Who do you need?
I need everybody except Athena,
Well, except the ones I got
Superman,
you.
and Indian
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I need the Indian. I need the Indian dude too. Actually, Sprite and the Indian dude.
All right. I'll go to my Target tomorrow, take pictures, and let you guys know. They're
Hell
there.
yeah.
If
They're
it's
like-
$5, I'm all in.
Yeah, they're like $5.90 something. We have Angelina, obviously Cersei, Superman. We got David Walton.
David Walton. I needed David Walton immediately.
And we got Jokers. We got Jokers too. I forget his name. Just call him the Joker.
He literally, oh my god, if the Snyderverse continued and he wasn't cast as Eobard Thawne, I would have it would have been a detriment to society.
Oh my god, could you imagine? He looks so much like Ezra Miller too, and he's getting arrested like Ezra Miller too. And for the same reasons too, for drunken shit.
I'm telling you, it was
These
me.
guys, man. It's me, Barry.
It was me, Barry.
I jerked you off.
That just reminds me of that Doc Ock meme. I gotta send you guys in the chat. Like, with all these tentacle arms, I can jerk off 6 dicks at once. How many dicks? Of course, I'm not gay.
Of course,
I
I'm not gay.
thought it was the fucking I thought it was the Frank Cho cover. I don't know if you guys saw that. Frank Cho did a cover of like Doc Ock making out with Aunt May. And she says like, I want to feel your tentacle inside me.
No.
And she's like old ass Aunt May too.
Oh, wow.
And see,
Well-
he went viral because of it too, because it was fucking disgusting.
That's
That's
wild.
Frank Cho.
Oh, real quick, I found that video I was talking about earlier. I'll share it with everybody
Oh, please.
before we go.
Are you screen sharing it or should I?
I
Oh,
am,
you got it.
because I'll have the audio with it too.
Oh yeah.
All right, okay.
What the
Dream
fuck
pause.
is this bug-eyed bitch doing here? I like your foundation. Is it cum? No. Cute bruises on your knees.
Cute bruises on your knees.
Wait, one more time?
Oh, what is this? Let's not look at that.
Bug-eyed bitch doing here? I like your foundation. Is it cum? What the fuck is this bug-eyed bitch doing here? I like your foundation. Is it cum? No. Cute bruises on your knees.
What the fuck is this bug-eyed bitch doing?
The cattiness. Oh my god, with the quickness.
I love it.
Yeah, there's that picture of Frank Cho, by the way, Poncho, if you ever want to look at that yourself.
The
Stream doesn't
worst.
need to be tortured. The best.
I did see this.
It's so fucking nasty. It's the best. Shout out to Frank Cho.
Fat Man hit us with $5. Earlier in the show, he hit us with 2, and he said he wants Mofex Etrigan. Hell yeah, that'd be so
I
sick.
saw that.
Oh
Yes.
man,
That'd be
that
sick.
would really cream
That
my
would be
corn.
cool. That would be cool.
He hit us with $5 just now. He said, got Ravager Thor at Walmart, lied to the lady to get it, and made up a son I don't have. Also, we need Mofex Etrigan because no one will ever get icons.
Honestly, who hasn't? Who hasn't? I ask you, who hasn't made up a child to get toys at a store?
You just guaranteed that your firstborn will be a daughter.
I'm a fucking asshole. Sorry to people in the comments. You guys would hate me because I go to the store, I grab another legend and just be on my fucking way. I just go like, oh, by the way, miss, I don't want this legend. I hand it to her and then I fucking
Wow.
go on my merry way.
All right. Let's anything to plug? We getting out of here?
Yeah, we getting out of here. Just check out the review. I have an update video that's up from yesterday that has an opportunity for you to put some questions on there. I was honestly supposed to submit my questions for approval already too, but I'll work on that tomorrow and get that situated. And what else do we have going on? Thanks to everybody once again for all of the donations. Me, Fabio, and Rick actually got new cameras this week. I just didn't get a chance to send them out to Fabio and Rick for this show or whatever. So I guess we'll be trying to implement that into the next show maybe. But yeah, thanks to you guys, we got new cameras. So thank you very much.
Next time, baby.
Yeah.
Next time, baby.
Yeah, shout out to Plunderlings.
I think that's it. Oh, I'm bugging.
Shoutouts.
A.C.B.A flight stands went up for a pre-order today. They sold out, so thank you to everybody for jumping on that. There are a few sets of the House Powers of X cutout pack left. Trying to sell through that too. So if you haven't picked that up, pick it up. It's probably our best set that we ever put out so far. And there's literally 2 sets of the locations and communications set pack up as well. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. You guys got anything else going on?
I'll be on the Toy Migos Chat Migos Assemble stream on May 24th, I believe, something like that. We just booked it yesterday or something, so be on there soon. Finishing up some videos for my channel. Subscribe, Fobster 360 on Instagram. That's it.
Ain't that Sunday or is that Monday?
I think that's on Mondays or something.
Monday.
It is, they're 1 hour kind of quick hit chat show. The Chat Migos do in fact assemble. They come out of portals and everybody just whips on a cosmic villain. Badass. I'll be on there. But yeah, stay tuned to my channel, Instagram, Fobster360. That's it.
These Eternal figures suck, but they still kind of good at the same time. Like,
I feel the same way. Like,
it's on Tuesdays. Sorry, Chat Migos assemble on Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
I think that they're quite terrible, but together they are more. I think once I get them all lined up, I might actually like the way that looks on a shelf.
Right.
Yeah, when they're together is when they're at their strongest.
True.
When they're uniminded, right?
Yes.
And Hawk Photos loves that assembly so much, he got them all twice.
You know what it is too? Is that like the heads and hands could be repurposed for so many other things that you might want to do and shit too.
So more heads?
Yeah. So no, the only problem is do either of you have Salma Hayek?
No, I see her all the time and I'm waiting for her to just go down just a touch.
Wow.
I've been waiting for her to go down at my
what a strange choice of words.
I know.
I've been waiting for Salma Hayek to go down on me for quite a while at my Walmart, but they just she just disappeared one day.
Yeah, you might be banned from Walmarts across the country if that happens.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to go on discount. And just like Poncho's Walmart and pretty much every Walmart, the pegs were flooded with her, and she never went on discount. She just disappeared. She just stopped being there, and I was like, oh well, I guess I'm never gonna have that on my.
Yeah, these head sculpts are great, especially to just use for like civilians and shit like this, like that.
For sure.
Especially that David Walton.
Yeah,
a lot of miles.
Shout out to David Walton.
All right, thank you guys
right now.
for hanging out with us. We're getting the fuck out of here. I'm so tired. I took a melatonin like 30 minutes ago.
There it is.
Oh, you're poor unfortunate.
All right.
All right, thank you all for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time. Peace.
Bye.